Stavros is a warrior cleric on a religious pilgrimage. His primary focus is to find an artifact that will help his home, the Minotaur city-state of Voskia, and the Order of the Maze that he represents as he traverses the world. In his order, he is called a navigator, a young adventurer who will find his place in the church and Voskian society through great deeds. Minotaurs are sometimes seen as primitive barbarians in Almora, but Theseus considers himself quite civilized. He enjoys solving problems, using logic in conflicts, and helping people navigate the labyrinth in acts of self-discovery. As he travels, he hopes that he can disprove the belief that all Minotaurs are evil and savage, and learn a thing or two along the way.
Barley Braun is a 3-foot-tall, 30-pound halfling rogue. He can easily be thrown. He is very self-serving and very individualistic, doesn't tend to get along well with others, but is so desperate for fun and entertainment in his own life that he is desperate for this kind of adventure. So he'll be interesting to play, I think.
Gaius Berzin is a human one-armed fighter who comes from the land of Hals. Years ago, he was a soldier in the Halsian army, until one day he comes home to his hometown of Ebonstone to find that his wife and children had been murdered in a raid from Valaris. He swore vengeance on those who killed his family, but in his rage, he loses his arm. He falls on hard times and hard drinks for a few years, but eventually he comes to realize that life is still worth living, and swears to live life to the fullest until he can meet his family again in the next life.
Hi everyone, my name is Christine, and I am playing Vita Teidai, pronouns they, them, a lizard folk wild magic sorcerer. They come from a community where there has not been a wild magic user in quite some time, so their magic is pretty out of control, and when they decided maybe they wanted to go see the world, their village was very excited about it. So now, Vita's just out roaming around trying to get their magic under control. And that's when they meet up with this party.
My name is Robbie, and I play Red in the Almora RPG campaign, along with his faithful companion and sidekick, Herschel. Red is a shifter ranger who grew up in Perea in a tiny little town called Aramor. One day, his entire town was destroyed. When he was 5, he eventually made his way to Nagual over near the coast. Some of his personality is that because he's been, just out hunting for a good portion of his life, he doesn't have the best social skills. He gets his stuff done. He's pretty quiet, but also determined and very methodical about getting it done, and super reliable about getting it done. He's gonna see it through. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks.
So I play Rhythm, a Tabaxi druid. I grew up in a little town called Hazeldrum, which is on the border between Perea and Halls. I grew up there with my adoptive mother, a human woman who found me wandering in the forests when I was about a year old. She died a few years back, and I found out pretty darn quick that without her protection, I was not welcome in Hazeldrum anymore. So I've been wandering. I ran into some druids who taught me druidic magics and helped me harness some powers that I've had pretty much my entire life. But I've been sticking to the outskirts, avoiding towns and villages. But I ran into this Minotaur a little while ago named Theseus, who has been, making me wonder if I should give towns a second chance. So now he and I are trying to figure out what to make of life as two kind of strange creatures in this weird world. But that's me. That's Rhythm.
Theseus Vasilius.
You chose.
Hey, we love.
Yay!
Yo, what up, nerds? Get ready for a tag team recap.
Yeah, this is totally going to work out seamlessly and effortlessly, and it's going to be perfect.
So anyway, what had happened last time was we started off back in the cave with George Thorogood, Jorgood, and we found a book filled with abyssal text next to him.
A note, not a book. A note.
Same thing. Notes are just like
Short books.
small books.
Very short books.
So we got Jorgood, and we got a giant crate of wood without a wagon, and then we pieced back out to Galefall. Hey, you're in. Go.
We went to the second prince. Well, Vita and Gaius and I took Jorgood back to his wife, while the rest of the party did something that I genuinely can't remember. They might have just gone straight to the bar. I don't know, but
I got my weapon silver.
Yeah, he got his weapon silvered. We took that silver ore.
I now have a silver. Get the fuck out of magical creatures.
But
anyway, please continue.
Vita, Gaius, and I returned Jorgood to his wife, very awkwardly and uncomfortably, and Gaius just stood and watched as Vita and I flailed in awkwardness. But then we returned to the second princess, got a couple free drinks before hearing a commotion coming from the shore.
And that's when the not canal attacked. I mean, they looked like canal, but they had the scrolls of disguise, and they were the cult of the feathers. Were currently called.
Yeah, and in the ensuing battle, Vita was a badass.
Are you talking? Wait, are you guys talking about LD?
We're talking about LD, about Legion destroying lizard folk.
The Vita, the Legion destroyer.
What else happened? I might have made the one remaining Towns Guard guy not feel good about himself. Because rhythm is awkward.
Now it's just like, it's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it.
So that happened. We went to see a priest about my dream problem, who was very unhelpful.
Super cool.
He was super unhelpful. And
what a chill dude. What a cool cat.
We left off trying to solve a woman Cena's rat problem, but something tells me it's not rats.
Before we got to said lady's rat basement, which doesn't have rats in it, we also reached back out to Tamriel, and then we got we're gonna have Panzig transport us to the next destination on our list. Oh my god, are you blushing?
No, I rolled my motherfucking eyes, you.
Dun 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 dun.
Panzig is gonna take us to Darkfall.
No, Stormfell.
Stormfell.
Skyfall.
That other one.
But what was the last thing we saw in the basement, like where we left off?
Vita and Barley saw their worst fears. I can't remember what they were, but they were. I remember Brian asking what the characters' worst fears were. One was love.
Yeah, one was
commitment
Vita's, or something.
Worst fear was love.
Commitment. And
yeah. Vita saw another female folk, or another lizard folk, from their village. It's just saying, like, darling, where have you been? And Barley saw a halfling child come out from behind a crate and go, "Daddy?"
Okay, that I missed.
When I hear that, I just immediately think of the vine with the kid, and she walks up, and he just looks up.
Do I look like?
Remember that.
Oh, accurate.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's where we left off. That was totally seamless and effortless and a perfect recap.
Hell yeah, it was. Good job, tag team.
Good job.
Was it a good job?
So every Friday we break Allie, and every Monday we break me with the recaps. Because
You mean
I
you
spend
didn't
so
like
much time...
our A Note is a Tiny Book?
No.
It's like, thanks.
Aw,
I hate it.
I mean, I
liked it.
I enjoyed it. It also made me want to die. So, and also like, just the pages and pages of stuff that I've written for you guys to not pay attention to any of it. Never get the names. Never get the places. Just
we
breaks my
try.
heart.
You know why?
We
Because
try.
because we're real. This isn't fake. We're not. This is the real experience, man.
Do you have the?
I mean,
That's me, Michael Cera
I
vine
don't
on your
think so,
soundboard.
but I could look. But that's me one.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
Nope.
the two Instagram posts of the day were about us breaking your world, so it's
Yeah.
appropriate. Mm-hmm.
Skyfall.
So
But
anyway,
we also managed to splice arcade machines into this continuity, so it's just like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not this one, but
It
well,
is
kind
this
of.
one.
Yeah.
We have skee ball.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys are in the basement of Cena's house. Barley and Vita seemingly not have a great time.
No, Vita is not okay. Not okay. This is horrible. Vita must leave scary basement.
Fuck this.
What?
Barley,
What's
let's go.
going on? What?
Do we see anything other than them freaking out?
Can
No.
I roll a nature check or something to see if I can? Because I know I wasn't affected by it, but to see if I know what's going on based on what I saw or smelt or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same. Like after seeing them freak out, like a survival
Yeah,
or
which
a
one?
nature.
Which one would you prefer?
I'm immediately
need
gonna
to
cast.
leave?
Would you,
I'm immediately
Would
gonna
you-
cast Calm
would you-
Emotions, though.
Oh, sweet.
Brian? Would you want nature or survival? Okay.
We'll do nature.
So 14.
17.
Rhythm, you are pretty quickly aware, and Red, like it's ringing a bell, but it's like on the tip of your tongue, you can't think of it, but Rhythm is immediately aware of the fact that there seem to be doom shrooms in this basement.
Oh, fun. Like, he does not have any good time, but
I
that's
look at-
fun.
I'm just gonna like deep sigh. Doom shrooms. It's motherfucking doom shrooms. Just
The hell's a doom shroom?
fuck. What does
I'm
it
a
sound
cast-
like?
It's not Doomshroom, it's scary person trying to express emotions Vita does not want.
Vita, I'm gonna walk over to Vita and just like put both of my hands on her shoulders, be like, it's okay, or their shoulders, their shoulders, and just be like, it's okay, it's okay. No, nothing is in this room except for us and the Doom Shrooms. It's okay.
I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions in the basement.
Okay. What's the radius on calm emotions?
It is a 20-foot radius, and then a
Okay,
60-foot
that's
range.
fine.
So I'm just making sure I get everybody. I'm assuming it.
Yeah, that'll work here.
Okay.
Also, what are
Shrooms
Doom
look like?
Shrooms?
So doom shrooms are exactly what they sound like. They are mushrooms that their means of survival is they let out their spores into the system of whoever breathes them in. It causes those people to panic and run, and then expel those spores back out, and that's how they propagate themselves.
Oh my god, that's subjectively cool.
Okay. Do we know how to get rid of these? Do we just like rip them out? I was asking Allie.
Yeah,
okay.
but player would ask DM. Would Rhythm know?
I would
best
allow
way to handle them.
I would allow another nature check. And if somebody would like to make a medicine check who doesn't know what the Doom Shroom is to figure out what to do, that's also fine.
I got a 23 on the nature check.
I got a
Ooh, sick.
Medicine check.
Okay, we'll say that Rhythm is the first because she already is aware of what it is.
But I said out loud what it is, so.
Say what? Well, yeah, but I mean your brain's already on the case, so I'm saying your roll takes precedent on that. Everyone should cover their faces, obviously, so spores can't get in. And the best thing to do is to keep a very large open flame in the basement for a while to get off the spores, cut out what's growing, singe off, like burn the areas where they're growing so that it can't grow back. And with your friends, you need to give them like 3 hours. They'll be fine.
Okay. Rhythm's gonna like fold up a bandana and beginning of coronavirus mask up.
Yeah.
Wait. So if Vita covers face, they won't recognize Vita, and Vita can get away from person?
Sure.
Great!
Let's go.
Does the calm emotions help with what they're going through?
So yeah, the calm emotions does help for sure. Okay. The hallucination is still there, but they're able to stop some of the panic thinking for a minute and at least hear the reason that's coming from everybody else that this is probably not real.
Yeah. So I'm going to like explain what to do, and I'm going to go ahead and like produce flame and like start a little bonfire in this basement.
Great.
Okay.
Children.
And start like taking my flame hands and just singeing mushrooms.
I'm gonna send
Vita's shakily throwing fire at things too.
I'm gonna send Herschel out of the room because he can't wear a mask.
Oh yeah, I've also advised people to like mask up, like put
hankies
and shit.
Why don't Vita, Barley, and I just leave so they don't have to deal with this place anymore.
That's also
fine.
That's acceptable.
Tell
Cena.
I'll tell
just
Cena. Hey, Cena. It's not giant rats in your basement. It's Doom Shrooms. That's why no one can see, like... That's why nobody else can see the giant rats, is because it's a hallucination.
I didn't write down what Cena's accent was, so she may sound different from last week, but we're going to say that it's because she's less panicked about the rats now.
Oh.
And she's just like, oh, yeah, okay, what?
There's no giant rats.
But there are.
Either way, we're going to fix it.
Okay.
We're going to need to fumigate down there to get the rats, get them out of there, and it might be best to leave the house just for a little while, just until, smoke clears.
I want them dead, not behind gates.
Oh, they'll be dead.
Very dead. We will kill them so dead.
Yeah, we will murder them.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Let us go and get some fresh air.
Yeah, let's.
She'll follow you out.
Great.
And just kind of like sit on the stoop, confused.
Yeah. As I sacred flame some Doom Shrooms.
Sacred flame's not a real flame.
Yeah, but it will it will damage the shrooms, right? They count as creatures, right?
But it doesn't. We need to burn the shrooms.
Yeah, it needs to be actual fire. You're trying to burn spores out of the air, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet! I do have a torch.
I light your torch. Just flame hands.
But it was so awful.
Just thinking out loud.
Yeah, so I mean, Theseus is gonna go from like shroom to shroom, like whoever's not like, if they're not being attacked actively, crush them with the warhammer, and then just like burn the shroom spots with the torch.
Okay.
I've started a fire just to do the basic, like, have something going for a long period of time, but then I'm, like, taking my flame hands and just tapping all of the shrooms.
Okay.
And singeing them.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and be, like, as methodical as I can be.
All right. You're going to notice that your job is made a little bit harder because all of the spores are being poofed up by Theseus's warhammer.
Theseus!
Yeah?
Stop attacking the mushrooms. Just burn them, please. Smash. This is not a smashing time. No smash. Just burn.
Kind of groans through the cloth, but he's kind of tied to the end of his bovine face, and he puts the hammer away and just focuses on burning them with the torch.
Before they clear all of them, I'm gonna pick up 2 and wrap them up into an airtight. What do I got in here? Yeah, I'm gonna put them in my tinderbox for later. Seal them off.
Okay. Give yourself 2 doom shrooms.
I'm gonna kind of see Red, like, picking them up, and I'm gonna... Do you want to put them in another dimension for safekeeping for a little while?
Let's do that. Since you have this bag.
I'm gonna put them in the haversack.
Okay.
Just... No explanation, just... Do you want another dimension? Here you go.
Do you have a bag of holding and a handy haversack?
I just have a handy haversack. I don't have a bag of holding.
Oh, I thought you got a bag of holding. Okay.
No, we decided that the druid tribe that I passed probably wouldn't have a spare, because I bought the haversack used off of them.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. Probably hour and a half or so passes. It's not a big basement, but you're trying to be thorough, check corners, that kind of stuff. Really get a good flame going.
Does she have anything, like, stored in this basement? Like, are we having to open boxes and see mushrooms growing on old books and shit?
Not really. There are some pretty tight crates of, like, new supplies and stuff, but it's basically just like dried foodstuffs, candles, like some very basic supplies that she's moving around regularly. You move the crates off, you might see a spore or 2 or a small mushroom in the corner, but it's just a matter of moving the furniture, checking and burning, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, about an hour and a half passes. You guys feel like you've got it pretty much covered.
Thus, we vanquished our fungal foe.
You always make something sound like such an adventure, Theseus.
That's the idea, right? I mean, anything outside of the woods or outside of Voskia is something grand, hopefully.
Or we're burning mushrooms, but okay. I like.
Or we're
I like,
burning mushrooms. Right.
I like your sense of adventure.
Mushrooms.
So what happens now? Do we wait for Panzig, or what is planned for next few days?
Oh god. Yeah, I guess I guess
Rest
I mean, we can go back
recover?
to the bar and finish our drinks. We actually should have more drinks. But
Vita
yeah,
wants drink.
when did we hear that Panzink was gonna be there?
You're expecting, if not by tonight, sometime by midday tomorrow.
Oh, that's not so bad.
One good night of partying.
So it would seem.
And by partying, I mean lots of
Okay.
gnocchi.
Yes.
Gnocchi.
Tasty gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
Gnocchi's gnocchi.
I'm gonna like when we get outside, I'm gonna talk to Cena and explain to her like the rats are gone. They're all dead. We've gotten rid of them. If you see any mushrooms in your basement though, you should burn them. 'Cause the mushrooms attract the rats. I'm just like trying to use her train of thought in explaining this.
Okay. She seems to follow. She's calming down. She's been breathing fresh air for the better part of an hour. So
Mhm.
seems to make sense to her. She's like, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We did it!
Hooray! Vita needs drink.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
all- I'm
I
gonna kind
guess-
of tilt my head. Do we get anything for killing your rats?
Oh,
We kind of just do things and forget to get paid a lot.
We are altruistic. It is good virtue.
I mean, I kind of have dropped a lot of coin recently, so
Oh, this is fair. Money is good. Vita forgets about money.
It's real. We need it to live.
True. Oh, it's real.
Yeah.
Vita hates it when Vita throws it up. It's not fun.
Oh god.
yeah. So
Remember that?
hang on
Yeah.
just a second. She goes.
Yeah,
She goes into.
Theseus just like prods Vita in their stomach, and it's just like, "All right, you got any more?" Or like,
Vita's frills extend a little, and they slap the hand. The hand or hoof? Which
no, hands and
hand?
then hooves.
Okay, cool. So it slaps their hand away. No. Vita does not do this at will. Otherwise, Vita would live very different life.
oh god,
I'm sure you would be
hands
living
would
very-
make things so difficult. Just
I know. Just as an aside, that's odd.
Talking.
Cena comes back out and she hands each of you 10 gold.
Hooray!
For each of us.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
did we divvy up our money from looting the bodies last time?
I thought we put Gaius in control of
Okay,
Yeah,
that.
I've got all the money.
cool. I
Thanks,
just wanted
Dad.
yeah, thanks Gaius. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks,
Welcome.
Papa.
Papa.
For a brief moment, we all wild magic surge and go to the Regency area for a second.
Papa.
Papa.
Papa, where is my money? Papa,
The new Felicity doll is in the window, and I want
I
it,
want
Papa.
it.
I don't understand these
Oh,
things because I'm not
already off
cultured.
the
So
rails.
We're in a weird place tonight, chat. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, don't. Don't worry
I'm a
about
little worried about it.
So you guys make your way back to the second princess. Is there anything you want to do, or are you guys just going to eat, drink, go to bed?
I don't know.
Is
Yeah.
oh god, they were Russian. Is
Chekhov?
is the dude still
Chekhov?
in the bar? Yeah.
Oh,
What? Guys keep Russian, no time for Stalin.
you're talking about Anton.
Anton, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Chekhov.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I
No,
just
this
have
was
in
that
my
was the,
notes that they're Russian.
That was the night before. You guys have basically killed the day at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, we murdered days.
Also,
killed
Brian,
time.
this is how I feel on Friday nights. You're welcome.
Yeah, no,
It's huge.
it's fine. We're gonna balance it out on Friday. So,
We always do.
so yeah, no, this was the night before. Anton's back, probably
Okay.
explaining to his mom what happened at this point today.
That's right. That's all one day. God, very busy
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
So much happened.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's get some gnocchi. From Gnocchi.
Yonky.
Gnocchi from Gnocchi.
Yankee.
Bianca gives you the gnocchi, and she's like, "Yeah, so what are you guys gonna do now?"
We're leaving.
We've got a ship coming in, apparently.
Gotta get to Stormfell.
Yeah, Stormfell's next on the list.
We're gonna go make
Okay.
another tavern owner rich.
Are we just
Fritz,
wait? I Rhythm just looks over at Red. Are we just gonna teach everyone how to cook
No,
gnocchi?
it'll be different everywhere we go.
Yes.
You gotta read the room. You
Okay,
gotta know
okay,
the culture
okay.
around you.
I mean, we kind of introduced it here just because of their name. So.
Yeah, that's culture.
Okay. Good enough for
Wait.
me.
Is this gonna be a mushroom pun?
No,
Wait,
I need
what?
it to be a mushroom pun. Culture.
Oh, come on.
Please.
Come on.
You would have gotten like 10 times as many points as if you had just like thrown that in somewhere, some way, somehow.
Damn it.
I mean, you know what goes really good with gnocchi? A mushroom sauce.
Nice.
I do have a few
Also
mushrooms.
boo. Boo.
I-
Boo.
Oh shit.
No.
Would I know if
Not
those are
those.
edible?
Yeah,
Are they
I mean,
like the
Would you want to
worst
try the
hallucinogenic
doom
mushroom?
though? I guess is the
Technically,
question.
every mushroom is edible.
yes.
At
Yeah.
least.
Would they be like the worst hallucinogen possible?
Yeah, Doom Shroom Gnocchi sounds like a trip. like,
These
literally.
guarantee these
Oh
these
my
guarantee
God.
bad trips.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I like to think that this conversation is happening.
Oh, it is. It is.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Oh God,
Let's
it was
not.
awful.
Let's not eat the doom shrooms.
Let us save it
Hard
for our enemies.
pass.
Yeah, I like that one.
As in, we're gonna feed them Doom Shroom Gnocchi?
Yes.
Well, Vita wasn't thinking that complicated of an application of the Doom Shrooms, but sure, that is option.
That seems like a lot of effort to put into.
Why don't we just...
It's gonna depend
just
on the
throw it at 'em.
situation. There may be a time where we do need to make something for someone and include that, or we may just need to do it. Just give it to them straight. It's fluid. It's fluid.
That is assuming a lot of guile on our behalf.
Well, if you guys,
Vita does not know if
well, if
we
you
are
guys
full
don't
of
fuck it up,
guile.
I'll do it.
No, we most certainly are not.
Those are guileless.
I mean, I'm in favor of feeding an asshole hallucinogenic mushrooms, so I'm okay with this plan.
Yeah. Make him afraid.
Make him afraid.
I only feed my enemies cryogenic mushrooms.
Oh my God.
Get out of here.
Thing.
Question.
Those are actually called gloom shrooms.
They fuck your brain up so bad you're just frozen in a fucking vegetative state because your brain is just fucking exploded.
Oh, fun. Good times.
Yeah, so like, yeah, if we ever need to cook the mushrooms, like, just let me know.
Just be sure you're
Well-
covering.
Yeah, I was gonna say, cooking them kind of renders them useless.
Well, we'll like shave it like a truffle and just put it on top.
Ooh.
Okay, so you guys doing anything for the night? You just headed to bed on the roof?
Yeah.
Sleeping on the roof.
Yeah.
Roof party.
Okay. Morning comes. Theseus,
Do we get a
as
long
you
rest?
are, yeah, give yourself a long rest.
Yeah.
I don't really need it.
Woo!
I'll give it to you just to be sure.
Are you sure?
Firm, long rest.
So Theseus, as you get up in the morning with your extraordinarily high passive perception, you see a small ship approach on the horizon that can
God.
only be Panzings.
Oh, God.
Mhm.
Vita thinks Vita hears a strange screeching voice carrying through the wind. Is Pansy nearby?
Does it sound like ooh?
Oh, yes. Very much so. So piercing. So shrill.
I can't wait to see my best friends!
I had 3 nights of peace and quiet.
Theseus.
Why?
Yeah,
grins
but here's the
because
thing:
of
those
rhythm.
3 nights of peace and quiet, they followed a night of intense passion. So, I mean, I feel like you got the best part of those 4 days.
God bless it.
I'm just.
I've
I've already explained. I regretted my
Hey, man,
decision.
Don't
Okay.
regret things, man.
Don't regret it. Just own it. You know?
It
I'm
happened.
sure it was
It's not
fun.
Look,
happening
man.
again.
Here's the thing: we
I
don't have
just-
we don't have
can we
any
just-
spaghetti, so you can't regretty right now.
Oh my God!
What the?
Jesus Christ!
What was that, Red?
Superstar. Fuck.
I thought I was the dad here. What's
Well,
wrong with
it's
dad
tradition.
jokes?
It's tradition between me and Herschel that we only talk about our regrets over a bowl of spaghetti. So
Herschel eats spaghetti.
Herschel
yeah,
eats
he has the
spaghetti.
noodles. He has the meat sauce.
Whatever he wants.
I will say there is that thing where that cat steals that spaghetti. Anyway, sorry. I went to a place.
I have no idea.
I'm going to a place. Holy shit.
It's okay, Barley.
Oh.
We've all been there.
To the place? The same place?
The exact same place. We've
Yeah,
all
it's
been there.
Omaha.
Shit. There's a location in Almora. It's just Omaha. There's a place in Omaha called Nebraska.
Oh dear.
And we
Listen.
watch the light die from his eyes as his world
He
slowly
goes-
that he
goes
built
downstairs.
slowly falls apart.
Or there's a person in Omaha named Nebraska.
Nebraska Jones.
We are 40 minutes into the stream, and we have already reached this point.
Deteriorating already. Yeah.
It's been a long
I'm
year,
so
okay?
proud of
Look,
us.
So I've been
I'm
paying attention
I'm
to this.
fine.
This is actually par for the course. You guys hit a 40-minute wall, and you hit a 2 hours and 10-minute wall. You guys have like a rhythm at this point.
We do have a rhythm.
And we
Yeah.
do.
Hey! We have 2 rhythms now.
Hey.
Pew, pew, pew.
Okay, back to my
to-
sorrow.
Here is thing. We don't let rhythm forget that night. Either,
Yeah,
so
I've
we
learned
don't really
this.
give rhythm chance.
No, you don't.
That's fine. You gotta make your bed. You gotta make your bed once you lay in it.
Barley.
Once you've been laid.
Barley.
I just have this mental image now of Barley
Correct.
skittering around the bar as rhythm is chasing, like commentary style.
Do you remember your date, Barley?
That's right.
Listen.
Do you remember your date, Barley?
Hersch, Herschel remembers.
difference is-
Herschel remembers.
The difference is the entire party didn't need to listen to that date.
That's true. At least the entire party got to sleep afterwards.
Hey,
Well, I didn't. Herschel had to.
eventually.
I didn't. Herschel had to tell me about the whole thing.
I can still hear the screams.
Shut up, Theseus.
Hey, look! If you had a good time, you had a good time.
Vita's going upstairs for breakfast. Okay, bye.
I'm gonna follow behind.
I guess I will too.
Yep. Pack up. Go down the stairs.
Same Z.
Okay, you guys get breakfast. Anything you want to say to Nyanki before you guys leave?
I'm sorry I hit on you. I mean, I'm
Theseus
not
kind of leans in. No,
hot,
he's
but but also hope you have a good. I'm just gonna go. Bye.
I'm just gonna look at Nyanki after that interaction, just be like, we all have a lot of problems. Thanks for the roof.
Speak for yourself. Theseus walks out.
She calls out the bar. She goes, "Hey, get it together and come back someday."
Oh shit!
Hey!
Hey!
I thought you. But okay.
So, for the record, does Kaba have the capacity to sending spell or to talk to Tanril, or was that just a one-way deal?
We have the
You guys have
stone.
a sending stone.
We have a stone
We have
to
sent-
talk to Tanner.
Okay, I was just thinking like
Get a cell phone.
if something else happens or if like they try again, should we?
Tanriel can message Kaba, I think,
Okay,
and then sending stone back to us.
okay.
Like Tanriel basically like blew a crap ton of sendings, and so I trust that he'll be able to deal with it.
I mean, so for what it's worth, Tanril stays in the Temple of the Quiet Gods all the time. His magic is primarily clerical, and I don't mean that in the healing sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's administrative.
Yes.
Logistical.
Yeah.
Also, Adam says chat remembers Barley's date. And by chat, I mean Adam.
The chat remembers.
Listen. I'm gonna have to visit you for no apparent reason. Just, would you like to look here? Just look right here. Look at this. You don't remember anything now.
Oh, man.
God.
It's a Men in Black reference.
Oh,
Wondering where that was going.
It was very niche.
You needed the sunglasses to
Damn
really
it.
pull that off.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Now you can't remember.
None of us can remember now. Fuck.
Did somebody
So we're going
say
to the docks.
sunglasses?
Yes.
Oh dear God,
Oh,
no.
shit.
God damn it.
Oh,
No.
Can we just get on this boat?
It's too early.
Fucking boat.
Anyway, how's that going, Robbie? When should we expect a Almora campaign?
Whenever the cool guys that are making all the other stuff actually finish it.
Oh, you don't want to do any
I'm
pre-sessions
working on
or
that,
anything?
but I don't know how far in advance I want to do it because everything's still in flux, and if I run out of shit, then it's like, oh, what do I do now?
That's fair.
Hey, I'm pretty sure we can all bullshit pretty good. So
So here's the
What,
thing.
us?
I planned everything that you guys have done so far. You are on what, the 12th, 13th
14th.
session? 13?
14.
You're on 13.
I count 14.
13. Yeah, 13.
So you guys are on the 13th session actually in Almora. I planned this out. I was like, oh, I'll be like 5 sessions in advance. And this whole thing was my 5 sessions in advance. And you're nowhere near the end of that yet.
That's
You
because
guys-
we're chaos.
Exactly. And in your campaign, I promise you, if you have a basic structure, the world that you're creating will fall apart immediately because of the chaos. So you're going to be riding a couple of horses into the ocean at that point.
But my world's already based. My world's already based on chaos. So.
Did you say horses?
You plan for chaos, and then it gets worse.
Yeah.
That's us.
Then you
Yeah,
plan for chaos and you still underestimate us.
You'd be surprised how much how much content you can get out of some preliminary planning. When you got a group that just fucking.
Oh my god, that face of disgust.
So you guys make your way down to the docks, and you hear. You make your way downtown. Walking fast.
Faces pass.
And you're
Faces
homebound.
pass.
I'm so sorry we're like this.
I'm not.
No.
No regrets. What?
Some of those that work for us.
Oh my god.
Rob's doing the mashup.
You guys are nowhere near the ship yet before you hear toodaloo.
Why are we here?
Theseus.
She has her feathered hat and she's waving it at you guys.
Theseus,
I just wave back and go.
you sleep next to me every night. I will murder you.
Oh yeah, Vita does a lizard wave, just like that slow, weird single arm wave that you sometimes see lizards do, like a warning.
Okay.
And that's what Vita does. It's just as awkward.
I am not waving at all. I'm looking down at the dirt. I'm just trying to stay as low as possible.
Would you?
I sighed and I just like deadpan said that to Theseus.
Would you say you're kicking rocks?
Oh my god.
As you guys get close, she goes, I was hoping to see you again soon, but this is, this is a compliment. Where are we going?
We're going to Stormfell.
We aim to please.
Okay. Who's
No, we don't. We really don't.
Who's paying for this journey?
Oh god.
How much?
I thought Tamra was, but we got
How
this, I guess.
much?
For you? To Stormfell. 75 gold.
I pull Rhythm aside, and I
Shit,
say,
okay.
I guarantee you we can get it
Okay.
for cheaper.
What? But
What?
on short notice.
I mean, we
Yes.
can, or I could just pay it.
Or we could all pony up and give a little bit, and that way it's not one person taking it all.
How
That
about I
too.
do it because I'm holding all of our gold?
Oh, this is
Oh,
also true.
shit.
Yes.
Guys, this is the dad. I forgot.
I mean, like, do you want to, like, I'm actually whispering, like, do you want to haggle? Like, we can.
Eh,
No.
Of essence, no?
I mean,
No.
haggling's fine, but somebody haggle. Go ahead.
we'll do it for 60.
Can I kick the side of the ship and be like, I don't know. What? I don't know. I'm thinking 50. I'm thinking 50. Look at this piece of shit.
So here's the thing. 75 is my good friend's discount. But perhaps if one of the beds were not in use because it was being shared.
Ah! All right, I'll share with Vita.
Right. Vita tried to say.
You're right. That's exactly what they meant.
I'll stay at the bottom of the bed.
Maybe
You can
I
have
didn't.
that house.
I should have been more clear.
God damn it.
I meant my bed, but you know what? That's clever. Fine. 60 gold it is.
Okay.
You guys
Just
are
hide there
fun.
just behind Barley, just shivering.
I can't wait to spend the next week with all of you.
Oh God.
Yeah, did you forget? This is like a week to 10 days on a ship.
That's a
Week
long
in
ass
good
time
weather.
for my
I
ass to
hand
get
over 60 gold.
I'm just gonna sleep on the floor.
As you guys get on the deck of the ship, you take a second, kind of reflect on everything that's happened to you. You feel a little more capable than you did before you got here. I need all of you to level your characters up.
What?
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
how
yeah.
the
Nice.
this happen?
Since we are trying to educate,
God damn it.
Golf claps. Golf claps.
Yeah.
since we try to educate people on D&D who are new to it, and I know we've got some viewers who are interested in learning the ropes, we're going to go through this a little bit on screen. So when you level up, there are some things that tend to happen. The first is that you get more HP. D&D decides, or D&D lets you decide whether or not you're going to roll for that HP or just take a standard amount. And the dice that you roll for that HP depends on your class. For the mages, they get to do some fancy spell gathering things. It also gives them some more spell slots. You might get some more skills depending on what level you're at. So we're going to go through this process. If you guys have any questions in chat specifically, let us know. And then obviously, if you guys as players have questions, let me know.
No.
Okay.
Nice. Alright, so I went up by 7 hit points.
Would you like to take another level in Rogue? Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
Manage labels.
Then eventually at the highest level.
Manage.
You never took your ability score improvement. What would you like to?
Oops.
Would you like another feat or would you like an ASI?
Let's do ASI. I don't know.
So choose one of these to go up, and then you can double up and get 2 on one, or do 1 to each.
Okay. Can you scroll up for a second?
You trying to see what you're
Quick, somebody dance.
Hang on, just.
Yeah, chat.
I know you said dance, but my brain said sing.
Chat
so,
wants
nah.
Barley to multi-class and Bard.
It would be pretty great.
That would, yeah.
I think he needs some charisma.
What's his charisma score?
I don't remember it. I'm actually looking at it. Okay, it's 14.
Okay.
But, like, it's okay.
That's pretty good.
How do I add my hit points here?
Can we
Manage
add
HP.
You roll, and in the upper corner, manage hit points. And you add what your new hit dice roll was to your pre-existing.
My pre-existing hit dice roll?
Yeah. Unless you have it set to just take the standard. And then it should do it for you.
Also, you have.
Oh.
Uncanny
That's why this is.
So now at 5th level, when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to half the damage against you.
Alright, let's
So-
roll that beautiful beans footage.
Roll that beautiful beast
Where-
footage. Let me grab this shit.
Okay.
Spells.
So
It's that plus my
Sweet.
Constitution.
I'm just trying to make it more even. I'm excited though.
We're level
Yeah.
5 right now.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
correct.
Coo.
Speaking of, I should have had this up this whole time. I'll check and see if there's anything in chat that I should be answering.
Boop.
Yeah.
All right.
Boop. Boo, 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 la, 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 la.
Okay.
So is this what we're doing on our 7 to 10 day journey? We're leveling. We're leveling.
Fast track some of that, unless there's some specific.
We're leveling up and passing off Panzing's bed between us.
No.
I mean,
I will not proselytize myself.
There's so many
Wait,
prudes
what?
here.
Ooh, Vita gets more sorcery points. Vita's excited about this.
I get third level spells.
I get to attack more. Yeah. Which means I can fuck somebody up now.
Right.
Yep. Bleep. Let's see. Did my proficiency bonus get added into everything? I guess is my next question. Looks like it did. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, girl. Nice. Okay, manage spells. And now I can do third level spells. Okay, this looks fucking sick.
No,
Everything is sick.
Sick! Gonna need to cast Cure Disease because it's sick!
So anyway, while they're leveling up, if no one has questions for me in the chat, I can tell you about the fact that we have merch now, kind of. We have Redbubble, which means that they have our merch, and you can buy it, and we'll get a small share of it. I turned the profit margin down because I want you guys to be able to have access to this stuff without paying an arm and a leg. So we get like a 10% cut of it, and that's it. So we're not going to get rich off of it. However, you wearing a t-shirt with our logo on it encourages people to watch our stuff. So we
or
want
at least
you to have
Google us, which is a start.
Yeah, it's something. So we want you to have that stuff as cheap as possible. Allie is going to add it to our link tree if she hasn't already. I don't know.
I haven't yet. It's gonna happen.
At some point, there will be a Redbubble on our link tree. You can find it there. We've got T-shirts. We have stickers. We have water bottles and mugs, and just like the basic stuff that you can get.
Notebooks. You can write all your D&D notes in an Almora notebook.
Yep. And it's all pretty reasonably priced to be a custom-made thing. So I was surprised.
Yeah, they're
also,
pretty awesome platform.
If you guys haven't already used your Prime subscription to subscribe to us for this month, do that. That's another way to help us out. Or just do a regular subscription if you'd like to.
Oh shit.
Christine has a breakdown, I think.
No, I have this embarrassment of riches because I now get a third level spell, and third level spells are fucking dope.
Yeah.
So it's a choice between fly and dispel magic right now.
Okay.
Dude, fly? Oh my god. Hell
Right.
yeah.
Right? I'm dying a little.
Oh yeah.
I have 64 spells to go through every morning to decide which ones I want to use that day.
Well, I don't
Druids, but
I don't know
fuck
what the hell I'm
druids.
doing, but I can't get my damn H.
Yeah.
My
Too many
HP to
options.
fucking...
I want them all.
There's too many options on the dance floor.
But like, dude,
Oh, wait. I'm
I
a
got
mod
third
now.
level now.
I can put the Redbubble link in the chat, can't I?
Oh,
Yeah,
hey.
you can.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Do it. Oh, hey, I'm gonna hydrate, seeing as I'm
I'm sending now as well.
Ooh, yay!
Ooh, hell
Oh,
yeah.
At some point in the near future, we're going to have a setup so that you guys can use your channel points to make Allie drink water.
I have a water jug now.
Ooh, I have a technical question when it comes to spells.
Yeah, what's up?
Can I switch out spells, say, once that I don't use?
Yeah, we came up with a system for this a few months ago, and I cannot remember what we said we were going to do.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know sorcerers that well.
Because I feel like this is something that even somebody new to this who wants to, say, play sorcerer or play any kind of magic user with this kind of magic school, essentially, I'd love to have a nice object example of, like, this is how you deal with the situation.
So here's the thing about that. It's going to depend on your DM.
Okay.
Almost 100% of the time. When
oh my god, there's a cantrip called bees?
Yes. What? It's because of me, and it's the greatest cantrip.
See, this is what I'm talking about, but I don't know if I can do this.
Okay, so here's what I ruled back in October, apparently. For any level where you get an ASI or feat choice, although right now I'm going to let you do it because we didn't do it last time.
Okay.
But typically it'll be any level where you get an ASI or feat choice, so 4, 8, 12, 18, you can discard a spell and a cantrip for another one. The number of spells or cantrips you can switch around will be half the number of levels you have as a sorcerer. So at level 4, you can do 2. At level 8, you can do 4, etc.
Okay, so I have to get rid of a spell and a cantrip to get a new spell. Oh.
No, I'm saying you can do whatever combination of those you want. You can just right now, because you're it'll basically be 2.5, so it'll be 2 because you round down. There are 2 that you can switch around.
Okay. Sweet.
Spell or cantrip. Yep.
Thank you. Good to know.
I'm gonna screenshot that and write it down later. You doing okay? You still hungry? I can feed you.
What?
I'm just ignoring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's like to live with Sarah.
You had to live with me.
Aww.
That was all right.
This is
except for the ass chicken.
Ass chicken?
Yeah, Robbie ate this fucking Tyson chicken that he would microwave all the time, and it smelled like ass. And it would fuck up the whole hallway when he would cook up. It smelled so bad.
Ew.
Yep.
Robbie, why do you like ass chicken?
I mean, I'm a millennial. We eat ass. That's what we do, right?
I'm glad that you
can't argue with that.
I can argue with it.
I mean, that's fair.
All right.
I have 40 hit points now.
Oh my god.
I rolled really well.
I got 62. I rolled poorly this time, but it's fine.
62
So
is a lot, though.
I rolled high like twice. Real freaking high.
Keep doing your level stuff. I will be right back.
Okay.
I don't know if my sheet registered my new hit points. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, it takes a second sometimes with D&D Beyond. Hey, D&D Beyond, sponsor us.
Please give us money. For free.
Dude, it took us an hour to do our first shilling for sponsors. I'm disappointed.
Oh shit.
We were just bullshitting
Actually,
the whole time.
that's incorrect.
Really?
We shilled immediately as we began because in the go live notification it says, "Hey, look, D&D, someone sponsor us because we're cool."
I have
Hey.
Skittles.
So
I have
we
Skittles,
started
Skittles,
shilling
please sponsor us. In fact,
That's
from
my
the very
secret
beginning.
Cap. I'm always chilling.
Mars Wrigley Confectionery US LLC. Please sponsor us. Oh, also, be careful. Don't run down the Hershey way and, profit off of slave labor and child exploitation.
I mean,
Don't
Mars
run down-
kind of already does that. Mars is also shit.
God
Don't run-
damn it, Mars.
Shit.
Don't
Please
run
don't
down the
sponsor
Hershey
us.
way sounds like a cautionary tale from sex ed.
Or
Oh.
a random, like, punk song. Like, yeah, emo punk song.
Oh my
Or-
God, Stranger Things season 4.
Or, Rob, who did, or not Robbie, Robbie, not Rob.
Rob, hey Rob, dude.
Who did I Come Blood?
God damn it,
Oh,
you guys.
Gross.
I don't remember.
Hey,
No,
Anal
it
Cunt?
was not Anal Cunt. It was Cannibal Corpse.
That's it. Yeah. Cannibal Corpse, please sponsor us.
I would actually be 100% okay with this. Theseus, why are you sending us messages? We're right here. Oh, it's that. Okay, never mind. That's acceptable. I mean,
You're
it's
welcome.
not, but
Alright.
it is.
You're welcome.
I think I've taken care of my character.
I only have 2 things.
Yeah, it really is just
Option.
hit points, and then like D&D Beyond adjusts the rest.
Which is kind of
And then you
nice.
just do your spells.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nah.
Does anybody among us have detect magic?
I think I have the capability to have
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me double check.
Might,
Let me double check.
I might have that now, actually.
Okay, so that answers my question because if y'all have it, I'm gonna take spider climb.
I have dispel.
Okay,
I don't have detect.
I don't have detect either. I also have dispel.
Cool. Oh wait, you guys both have dispel magic?
We have dispel, yeah.
Okay, I have also taken that, and I think I was thinking about counterspell. So let me see.
Mm.
What is that? Oh, there is. Yeah, I'm gonna do counterspell. That
Yeah,
one's
take that
helpful.
one. That one's helpful.
What
And
up,
like
Terry?
I get to choose my spells every morning, like out of my list, versus like memorizing shit. So
Yeah. I technically kind of inherently have these things, but I'm switching out a couple because I never use Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, and I think I switched out a cantrip too. One sec. Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, I picked Infestation. I'm excited about that
I was
one.
gonna ask if you
Battle.
picked. I don't have another cantrip until next level.
Mm-hmm.
And for cantrips, I do memorize them, so I haven't had the chance to add bees to my repertoire yet.
Bees.
Bees? It's literally Sarah in D&D Beyond. It's bees! ! Question mark! !
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Wait, I need to read this so that everyone knows. Doop. So bees. Where are you? You extend your hand towards a creature you can see within range and project a small swarm of bees from your palm. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage. At higher levels, you can produce additional swarms of bees, which you can project at another target of your choice within range. At 5th level, it's 2 swarms. At 11th level, it's 3 swarms. And at 17th level, it's 4 swarms. And then it has an asterisk.
In 7 years. I'm sorry.
It has an
Yeah, I was
asterisk.
gonna do it too.
No actual bees are harmed in the casting of this spell.
Oh, good.
Yay! That's good because
That's like really Bioshock, though.
Bees.
Bees.
Oh, also, Christine, is there a spell available to you called Dortaska's Delightful Surprise?
Ooh, one sec. I haven't. Oh no, I did a thing. I did a bad thing.
You can
I did
choose
a
whether or not
bad
you take it. I just want to make
thing.
sure it is available to you.
Also,
Okay.
I forgot that I could totally have been doing this the entire time we've been playing this fucking game. I forget that I get advantage on all initiative rolls.
Oh
my
God! Yeah, you had that,
What?
Robbie.
So yeah, guys, if you're watching, it's important just to go over your character sheet periodically.
Yeah.
I forget I have luck a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. What level is that?
I think it's level 3.
Okay. Dortaska's Delightful Distraction is what it is
That's
called.
the one.
Oh,
It's a
2
fun
items
one.
that you can see switch locations instantly. There are 3 words for the spell. Hic autem ibi. The first 2 words are directed at the items you would like to switch and are switched upon the utterance of the last word. That is fun. Cool.
So that's actually a spell that I homebrewed. So I'm in a 3.5 session that I play. Dortaska is my character, and this is something I created for him, where as long as the volume of the items is the same and I've locked the enchantment on them, I can do a trigger word and switch their position. So, for example, my favorite thing to do with it is to offer someone a flask of wine after I've enchanted it, and then switch that flask of wine with a dagger later on.
Whoa!
Hell
They're
yeah.
bleeding internally the entire time. Stuff like that. It's a trickster spell, but
So how many days are we on this boat?
Yeah,
7.
I'm currently
7.
finished, so.
Also, Rob, on day 1, it snows a little bit. Over the ocean.
Ooh.
On day 2, it turns into rain. It's warmed up. On day 3, it turns into a storm, like a big storm. On day 4, it goes back to just regular rain. On day 5, it's just windy.
Nice.
On day 6, it's overcast, but it's starting to get sunny. And on day 7, same.
Hey, Brian.
Yes.
While we're on this journey, is it possible that I can use my 3rd level spell of Tidal Wave to make the boat go faster? Just.
What's the source material for tidal wave?
A drop
PHP?
of water.
No, not the component. What's the book? Is it PHB?
Yeah.
Will you hand me the
Also,
second book in
where
the
we're
stack?
heading, is that on the same island, or are we going to it? Because if it's on a different one, I need to pull it up for the stream.
It is on Esthus and Yaldez.
Okay.
Or no, D&D Beyond says it's an EE. I don't know their abbreviations.
Elemental Evil.
It is. Yeah, that other one. I conjure a wave of water that crashes down on an area within range.
Within range.
No, I would say, because that is a damage spell. It's not a movement spell.
Meh.
Control water, you can use it to do. Otherwise, the way tidal waves work is it pulls the water back. You would be moving back.
Oh,
and
yeah.
get crashed
No,
back.
never
But
mind.
it's,
Yeah.
sometimes
Right,
you gotta go
physics.
back to go forward, man.
No. Not in
Y'all
this
mind if I step away for a quick second?
Yeah.
real quick?
No, go ahead.
Cool.
Yeah, do you want to go ahead and do a break real quick?
What?
We kind of.
Do it,
I mean,
should we just do our break real quick?
I mean, we can. It's about time.
I guess.
Yeah.
Let's do a break
Yeah.
real quick. We'll be
Okay,
back
cool.
in 10
All
minutes,
right,
everybody.
we'll be
Thanks,
back.
everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Hey everybody, it's me, your DM for Almora RPG, Brian. We're taking a break right now. Some of us are probably going to use the bathroom, get a snack. Sarah's probably having a mental breakdown. I want to take this moment to make sure that we remind you to hit the follow button if you haven't already. If you'd like to continue seeing us play Dungeons & Dragons in my homebrew world. Monday nights at 7 p.m. we're playing Dungeons & Dragons in Almora. That's a homebrew world. It's 100% created by me for this group of people. On Friday nights we get together and just talk about stuff. It's a disaster usually. It's worth watching. It's one of those kind of train wreck situations. You really want to tune in for that. That starts at 8 p.m. on Friday nights. In upcoming Wednesdays, or maybe by the time you're seeing this video, it will have already started. Robbie is going to be hosting his own sessions in Almora, which is a Guy Fieri-based homebrew world that he's been working on. Also, probably a disaster. Totally worth watching. And then here and there, we'll play video games just as we have time. Take a moment to hit subscribe, especially if you have Prime. You can do a Prime subscription. It doesn't cost you anything, and we get supported that way. We also have a link tree in our thing down here. We've got YouTube if you want to catch up on the old episodes. We have Instagram, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. We also have Buy Me a Coffee if you don't want to do a subscription on Twitch. I think it's $3. It just sends us a little bit of support. And what we're trying to use that for is to help grow the channel. Allie is someone who does most of our social media and a lot of our other behind-the-scenes work, and we're trying to work together as a group to bring in enough money to get her a better computer, because hers is... it's doing pretty poorly. We are trying to help Sarah out with another computer because she's the one that she's had since college back in 2011, and she is our digital design person. She'd like to continue doing artwork for us and that kind of stuff, and we want to support her in doing that. It also goes to pay for subscriptions. We use D&D Beyond, we use Fantasy Grounds, and eventually we would like to get to the point to where it's paying us to continue doing this for you guys. I spend way more time than I probably should writing for this world, not just for the campaign, but I'm also working on side projects, short stories, and things like that. We've got Robbie, who spends a ton of time setting up the tech for this, making sure that the stream is run clear and that you guys can hear everything. Everyone's kind of pulling in and using their own resources to do this, and your support helps us do that even better. So if you like what you're seeing, you want to continue to support stream, there are tons of ways to do it. There's probably a good few more minutes before we will be back and ready to continue whatever we're doing at this moment. It's probably stupid, but funny nonetheless. We will be back in a few minutes. You'll see a screen. Just sit here, take a break, go use the bathroom, get a snack for yourself. I don't know, check on your mom, see how she's doing. Your partner? You got cats? Anyway, we'll be back in a few minutes.
Oh,
You're back, nerds.
We're back.
Wait.
What?
Okay, how are babies made again?
Well, the stork comes
Okay.
and drops off a seed.
No. You
Then
you
water
slap
the
people with
seed.
water and they bud.
Well, you see, it's just there's
I was
this
confused.
piece of meat.
People aren't plants.
There's this piece of meat, and it goes inside. It goes
Yes, they
inside this
are.
other piece of meat.
Yes, they are.
And it's just meat going inside
Gross.
meat, and it makes babies.
Oh.
Meat
Oh.
all the
Why
way
did you
down.
guys say it like
No.
that?
It's just all meat.
Why would you do this?
I
Why
mean,
did you say it like that?
it's
Always
not
has
wrong.
You
It's
could
not
have just
wrong.
not said it like
Hot
that, though.
meat on meat action.
Stop it. I hate everything.
No, we
Tell me the tale of making macaroni.
Okay, so once upon a time,
That's
there was a guy named Armand whose mother was making macaroni in a pot. She had a spoon and it was going, and he goes, "Hey, that's what good pussy sounds like." And she goes, "Armand?" And then later on, two talented musicians decided, he's right. Let's write a song about it.
And that's how WAP was born.
And that's how WAP was born.
Also,
Oh,
it's not
God.
wrong, but like, so about that D&D,
took a second.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's why we're here.
This isn't inclement weather, y'all.
This is not inclement weather, y'all.
Are you
I've
sure?
still got a few days before you ruin me again.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so you guys are all leveled up. Were there anything that we need to deal with last minute before we move on?
I don't think so.
Is there anything you guys would like to do on your 7-day cruise to Stormfell?
Not have bad dreams.
Ooh, yeah, that. I guess Vita's probably going to go through trances just to see if they can sense anything else or like access any other repressed memories or ancestral I don't know, like kind of organically do the Assassin's Creed thing and see if they can go down their genetic line and see if they can catch any more memories.
You're gonna enter the Animus?
That they've
okay. How did we do D20 or D100 last time?
I don't remember.
I don't either. Let's use your D100.
Okay.
Since you hardly ever get to use that. So get your D10 and your D100. Roll it for me and tell me what you get.
Into the Animus.
Right. So these guys? These little dudes?
Correct.
Little dudes.
Okay, so I got a 10 and a 4. That's a 14, I guess.
Okay, so for day 1, no success.
Okay. I can just...
You want to keep going?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Day 2, what do you get?
35.
Nope.
That's a 24. 27. Wow, y'all. Why you doing like that? What's double 0? Is that just 9?
Double zero is 100.
If you land on 0, but if you land on if you land on 9, then it's 9.
Double 0.
Yeah, 0 and 0 is 100.
What's your D10?
Oh, the D10 was 9. That was just...
okay, so it's 9. Just 9.
It's flat 9.
I'm changing dice. Y'all are
If
not
you hit all zeros, it's 100.
Oh, that's wicked. Oops, that's 11. What is okay, 62.
No such luck.
Okay. I imagine it's a pretty high DC.
Yeah, it is.
More than anything, Vita just wants to have a reason to be left alone. Vita is meditating. Go away.
Okay.
Theseus will meditate on the tree that was growing in Voskia at least a little bit.
Okay. How many days do you want to spend on that?
Let's go with 3.
Okay. Roll a D100 3 times.
All right, 56.
Okay.
83 and 63.
On the day with an 83, you have a very vivid recollection of the dream, but nothing new comes of it. You're able to reinforce what you saw, but nothing new comes.
Okay, gotcha. Apart from that, he is going to probably practice some martial training, what he can do on the ship.
Yeah.
And then that's when he begins to mess around with some of the new spells that he's picking up, like call for war. At one point, he encases his fists in magical energy, and it looks like the air around his hands is vibrating. And then he casts call for war on his chest, and it looks like a shimmering light casts itself over his breastplate. And then he does it for his limbs and his legs and his arms. Same thing. They look like the air around them is just like shaking vividly. So that's just some
for that spell.
What he does. I'm looking at Call for War, 3rd level spell. You encase part of your body with divine war energy.
What's the source material?
It's just spoken.
Wait,
no,
what do you
not,
mean? Just like
not the source material. What book does that come from?
It does not list it.
Yeah, I don't see a list for it.
What's the spell?
I'm assuming regular player's handbook.
What's the
I'm not
spell?
sure.
Yeah, let me see.
You
Call
said
for
wall
war.
of call for war.
Call for war. Yeah, I've got it too. So, it's a 3rd level abjuration, but words, you know what I mean. Fucking.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just trying to find the book that it's in.
Yeah, usually it lists it. I don't know why it doesn't. That's weird. Oh, I was right. It is abjuration. But yeah, it doesn't list the book. I can.
Yeah, it just kind of showed up in D&D Beyond.
Which means it might be a homebrew thing, but I don't remember adding it. That's the thing that's weird about it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be adding basic homebrew stuff unless you allowed it. So
right.
Let me see what we've got.
Let me check this book.
D&D Beyond. Let me find this.
Yeah, because it's not in the regular player's handbook.
It must be, because I can't even look it up on D&D Beyond. I can't even see the spell.
Yeah, that's
maybe it's from Eberron.
No, because it would. Give me a sec. Okay, physical books. What you got?
I can't see the source for any of these spells, honestly.
I don't know.
Weird. I'm not seeing it either.
This is excellent.
Technical difficulties, people.
Sorry about that one time I was adding flavor and then it. Where the fuck did it actually come from?
Okay, I'm looking at your stuff directly, Theseus.
It's in my spell list too, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Call for war.
Cleric.
This is excellent.
Don't you love this content, guys? We search through books.
This is a part of D&D, just not necessarily rules lawyering, though that's also part of the game, but just looking through books and looking through the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do what I can to streamline it so that it's not happening on stream, but sometimes when I hear a spell and I'm like, I've never fucking heard of that before in my life, I have to ask the question of, what?
It's also not one that
wow.
it's not a homebrew that I created, so it's not because of my D&D Beyond. Because I've written a couple spells that are in my own list, but I don't add that shit.
Would it be in the monster guide?
No. Let me see if it's in one of my homebrew creations.
I'm just gonna eat all of these cookies now.
That's fine.
Okay.
I didn't create it either.
I don't know where this thing came from.
It's an aberration.
Yeah, so that's.
I'm scrolling through all of my books, so.
It's an IRL Fae insert.
Homebrew war. Specifically spells.
I just ate so many cookies.
That's okay. You can have
No.
cookies.
It's not okay.
You're allowed to have cookies.
No, so many cookies at once.
Okay, it's definitely not.
So here's the
from
thing,
any of the go-to books.
It's not in my homebrew either.
Whoa.
Where did it come from? Like,
Yeah.
what the...
Very good question. Okay, so that's something we will sort out off screen later on. I'll figure that out. Is it like a
Off screen.
specific cleric skill that gets put into a spell slot?
Like
No,
it's
because
a
I've
third
got
level.
it in my spell list.
Yeah, it's
and
a
I am
third
not
level.
a cleric.
Yeah,
Huh.
third level divine spell
Weird.
or abjuration.
All right, well, we'll worry about that later. For now, Theseus is doing some weird shit that no one's ever seen before.
Ooh.
That's what I do.
Weird.
I mean, so and looking at it, it doesn't seem to be a problem. Like, it's a fine. Let me see.
It doesn't look. You don't think it looks like broken or anything?
Let me double check it real quick. Spells.
Do you think it could be a salient divine ability?
Is
Well, that would be something
ability.
that Allie would have gotten then.
She did get it. They both have it. Oh, she shouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys are looking
Weird.
through books. I'm gonna look at
Weird.
this big ass map.
Cool.
Let us know if you find it.
It ain't on this map.
Oh, shit.
Actually, it is a little bit extra for a third level abjuration spell.
It does look kind of intense, but I thought it was like, oh shit, this is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like a +5 to hit for a third level spell.
Yeah, it's a bit heavy.
Wait, does it also do that? I guess it does do that.
Yeah.
If you focus on your fist, yeah, plus extra damage on top of the +5 to hit. I don't know where that came from. If it's somehow in a source material thing that I have added, like I don't know, Tasha's or some shit like that.
Yeah, but
Where even is my Tasha's?
It's not in Tasha's.
That's the only one that,
Yeah.
like, I don't know that one as well, so.
No, it's not from Tasha's. I am starting to be very familiar with Tasha's because I have a lot of free time on my hands.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we'll figure that out. Unlikely that we'll keep it because of how overpowered it is unless we find a source book that has it. Otherwise.
Yeah, valid.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so Theseus is doing some weird shit that he may or may not be able to actually harness later on. If nothing else, it may be something that I can maybe take it, edit it, and say that it is a higher level, like a 5th level spell slot might be reasonable for this, or a 6th, that kind of thing. We'll figure it out.
Or nerf it for 3rd level. I don't know.
So yeah, something along those lines. Yeah, we'll figure something out for it.
It is homebrew.
Where'd you find it?
Very difficult searching through D&D Beyond. But it's a homebrew spell.
It's not in my homebrew collection, so how did it end up in here?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. It's not in my collection either, but I just was searching through the homebrew section looking for it.
I looked through this entire map.
It wasn't me.
I didn't find it in the map.
Fair enough. We'll look at the map again later. We'll spend some time with the map. Okay, anyway, you guys are on a ship with Panzink. Theseus is doing weird shit. Vita is meditating. What's everybody else up to?
I'm just practicing my swordplay.
Drinking.
Now that I can attack twice.
Well,
so vomiting, drinking.
So we've hit level 5. What that means for Red and Herschel is they actually get a skill called coordinated attack now, and so they're
Whoa, that's so cool.
So they're working on that. We're working on coordinated attacks. We're learning signals and signs and hand gestures for how to help each other out better and to make ourselves more badass.
Righteous.
Panzink is watching all of this, and just constantly you hear like gasps and oohs and stuff like that. She's very intrigued by the teamwork you guys are cooking up.
Righteous.
Anything else?
I learned uncanny dodge.
Ooh.
God.
I get to dodge uncanny things. No, I'm just kidding.
You dodge uncannily.
Uncannily.
Yeah.
Uncannily.
Hi, tiny.
I can only dodge cantilevers.
She walked straight in here and just said, "Hey,
Papa, notice me."
Papa.
I don't think you like being picked up though. You don't like being picked up.
She doesn't.
But you're so cute though.
I'd like to think that Barley drunkenly dodged something and realized that was always an option.
I can do this now.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's
Yeah,
useful.
she did.
Yes. Accurate. It's canon now.
Okay.
Oh, when Vita comes out of their meditation, they ask, "Does our friend Tanril know anybody from Stornfell? Is there any contact that we were given at this point?"
I don't remember.
I think they contacted someone.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
I don't
I
remember.
think they contacted someone while we were with them. I can't remember.
You can always ask him again.
It's true. We can do sending.
I vote that.
You want the stone?
Someone should take it. Probably shouldn't trust me with it, but. Hello, small one.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand it to Vita.
Oh no. Okay, fine.
Vida loca.
Fine.
Ba,
So,
ba,
yeah.
ba, ba, ba. Sorry.
How does the sending stone work again?
Ring.
You activate it. You start speaking, and then they hear it.
Tanril, is there any contact we can make in the city of Stormfell that would be useful? Okay.
You wait a second, and you hear Tanril come back and go, the only person that I know up there is Nakati. He's the priest, and he's kind of like the town mayor, administrator guy.
Okay. Awesome. How do you spell that?
Nakadi.
She literally just got up here to bug you.
Jesus.
You're so cute. You're so teeny and cute. I love you so much. Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
I just clipped her nails, too.
That's my body. You're so beautiful. How come?
He's an elf guy.
Elf guy.
He runs the town. He's also less of a priest, more of a mage, but you know.
So close. So close to my skin.
Okay,
I love
cool.
you. Please don't scratch my skin. Thank you. I love you.
You must
She's
pay the
holding
price
her
of
like
pain.
a baby right now.
Oh wow.
I'm holding the baby.
Baby.
Oh, kitters.
He's a baby.
Itty bitty kitty.
She's tiny.
She's really small. She's the smallest cat I've ever seen, like fully grown.
Vivian, I require affection.
I am jealous. There are cats
She
here
ain't
that
coming
are
up
not
here.
you.
There's,
I'm here
I
to
was about to
see.
say, does that usually work?
No,
Aw.
but like it is pretty funny that she like follows me like everywhere most of the day,
Oh,
just like on my heels. Or like I'll like have gone downstairs, I'll be doing my thing, turn around, she's like gone from like the perch to like sleeping behind me while I'm cooking. Or like I'll go back upstairs, turn around, and she'll be staring wide-eyed at me at the bottom of the stairs, and I'm just like, Come on! And then she like sprints up after me.
Aww.
That's adorable.
She is an angel.
She's my little
Gatos.
Aww.
Okay, so Vita sends a thank you back through the sending stone and hands it back to Theseus and says, an elf individual named Nakadi should be someone we can use as a contact in Stormfell. Vita thinks that will be most useful.
Absolutely. It's nice to have, like, a friendly connect in one of these places that we go to.
Mm.
I mean, we always make friends with the barkeeps. That's just a given.
Absolutely. We leave them rich.
It's a good business partnership.
This is true.
It's
Okay.
a good charter business
So-
ship. Sorry, tired from working with Herschel.
That was some impressive teamwork. Vita's very, very excited to see what happens next battle.
We don't wish for battles.
Wherever it is, whoever it's with.
Vita's noticed we don't necessarily... Well, we do pick fights, don't we? We're very good at picking fights.
Well, it's not like we're walking up to random people and we're just like, hey, I'm gonna beat you up.
Not yet.
So since we're just hanging out on the ship all of these days, I'm gonna take the time every day at least once to ritually cast Speak with Animals, just so I can say sup to Herschel.
Nice.
I
support
Big kiddos.
Baby with the murder mittens.
So,
Yes.
7 days have passed.
Say again, Brian?
7 days have passed. You are now in the month of Frigus. Frigus. It is Frigus the 6th, Sun's Day.
Frigate, it's Frigus.
As you arrive on the coast of Stormfell, a rocky coast with
Rocks?
a lot of there are a lot of rocks that are out in the ocean that Panzink has to spend some time navigating around. There's like a natural defense around this town.
I'm gonna look at Panzik and go, I haven't seen you sweat this much.
You haven't given me a chance yet, good looking.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Vita is glad Vita is a minor. Panzik has left Vita alone.
So Panzink is really focused, kind of going in around some of these more treacherous areas. There is a small dock, unlike in Galefall. It's extremely small though, and Panzink has to spend a little more care making sure that she's lined up correctly. It takes the better part of the morning to actually get this boat in where it needs to be. Oof. And put the gangplank down. You guys touch down for Allie's sake about 2:15 in the afternoon in Stormfell. What would you like to do?
Well, it's afternoon, so...
Pub?
Let's go to a bar.
Luck somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one.
Okay. Sorry, I'm doing calendar tracking and shit like that. Bear with me.
You're good.
We're with you.
Yeah.
Hey Vita. Do you still have the stone?
No, Vita gave it back to Theseus.
Oh. Theseus.
Yeah.
Stone.
Why though?
I want to ask if Tanriel knows
Why,
a good
though?
bar.
Vita doesn't know Tanriel gets out that much.
But he might know who the bar owner is. He knows all the priests. He might as well know the bartenders too. They do the same job. They talk to people.
Right. Vita doesn't know. Vita didn't think to ask.
I'm gonna activate the stone. Hey, Tanriel, we just got to Stormfell. Do you know a good bar? Kitter!
She will touch your face if you let her. If she's in love with you, she wants to touch your face. That's her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do a
Sylvia does
headbutt.
that. Sylvia will just.
The headbutts of love.
She's a very tactile cat, for better or worse, because she has sharp claws all the fucking time. So, Tanril responds, it's a small town. There's probably one there. I've never been there. I don't know, but just look for the one.
Okay. Well, also wanted to let you know we're here.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like they've been attacked recently.
Good. Keep me posted.
Cool. And I hand the stone back to Theseus.
Okay.
Who has the attack plans currently? I'm curious.
Right.
I think we gave it to Dad.
Gaius.
Would you
For
would
better
you
or
like
for
me to read
worse.
out the attack
Yeah.
plans? Because I have them.
Yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
right now Stormfell is halls.
Interesting.
So, Stormfell is halls.
Well, I was just curious. That is good to know. That might not be as hard of a disguise for them, honestly.
I mean, Halsians are assholes, so.
What?
You are the exception. It's a thing. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm
I
just
get it.
thinking, humans.
I get it.
Humans are very common. And there are a lot of Halsian humans, so we could very well see people without disguise scrolls in this case.
This is true.
Just added layer of intrigue with this, I believe.
Maybe. We'll see.
You guys make your way through this small town. A lot of stone-built structures. The wood that they use is
Wood.
it's all sea battered type wood.
Driftwood.
Like it's that
Like
it has
driftwood.
that like, yeah, exactly. It's got that kind of rugged style. All of the construction around here does. Relatively flat, relatively windy, very loud ocean noise all of the time there. Think the northern Isles of Scotland kind of landscape. The town has a few surprising amenities, probably because of how close it is to Beacon. As you guys are walking through, you see a place called Ippin's Arcana, which you wouldn't expect to find in a place this small. And eventually, you find the Green Rat Pub.
The Green Rat Pub. Hell yeah.
Theseus walks in.
Okay. There is a bulky looking man, human man, behind the counter. He's cleaning a glass in every muscle. Think Henry Cavill, but completely bald. Like just arms flexed as he's cleaning this glass.
All right.
Yeah, Theseus kind of looks visibly impressed by like this man's physique, and he walks in.
Man could bench press me.
Yeah, he looks at you guys and just kind of gives you a knowing nod and goes back to doing his business.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bar.
Okay.
How many people are in here, like, currently? I'm surveying the scene here.
Two. One of them is looks like an old fisherman. He's got the long draggled hair, really calloused hands from rope and hook kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a younger person that looks a lot like him. Actually, that's not true. There's a younger person that looks a lot like him, probably the fisherman's son. There is a third person in there. There's a female elf. There's a female elf that has seemingly arcanic robes that when you get closer to them, almost look like they're black, but they almost look like they've got like some flame sigils on them.
Oh, okay. So not
like
the feather design we've been seeing with the occultists.
No, not a feather design. It's more of a flame. Imagine someone who wears a particular kind of sunglasses with frosted tips, that kind of flame design on their robes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh my god.
Hotman. Oh my god.
Did someone say frosted tips?
Hey Brian.
Yes.
Can I retcon a teeny tiny bit and in walking to this bar have like kept an eye out and done like a passing perception check to see like what their like guard status is? Like, do they have like a ragtag group of assholes?
Giving it the old ocular pat down?
It's they're closer to the heart of the Empire at Beacon.
Mm-hmm.
So it does seem like they're a little more well equipped, but it is still a small town. It is not, okay. It's nothing substantial, but it's enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I look over at the bartender. Do you guys have a local ale or something?
Garçon.
BRB.
Okay.
Oh man, do you say that?
No,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I said Garçon.
He gives sort of an angry look at Gaius and then looks back at Theseus. Sorry, what'd you say?
House ale.
House, yeah, hang on just a second. He reaches down.
I'll back up.
Before he comes back up, Theseus like snatches a glance over at Gaius and he's like, and then he looks back over at the guy at the counter.
Okay. He pours out an ale, lays it down. He goes, "I'll be 2 copper."
Yeah, put it on the table.
Vita would also like drink, please. Lays down a copper.
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Same.
Can I get
Here
it?
you go.
I walk
Where
up.
are you guys from?
Well,
All over, really.
We just came in from frickin' frack. I forgot the name. Gale Fall.
I've never been to frickin' frack.
Sorry, I couldn't remember the name. It's Gale Fall.
Oh yeah. Okay, I've been there.
You've been there. It's pretty far from here.
Yeah, I used to travel a little bit.
What did you do? Also, what is your name?
Oh, my name's Gruff.
So you are, Gruff. So you are.
Yeah. Yeah, so I used to work with a mercenary band and protecting small villages and stuff like that, and decided I got an injury during the war and figured it'd be a good enough time to settle down.
So have you settled down?
What do you
Did you
mean?
happen
I
to take
own this place?
Did you take an arrow to the knee or some shit?
No,
I had to.
Everyone in town knows this story, so I figure it's cat's out of the bag. So I was fighting a dwarf in one particular situation, and I'm a tall guy, and the dwarf had a particular range that he could reach, and So
Hey, watch
he hit me there.
Oh,
And,
okay. Yeah, we're good. That's as
now I
much
talk
as
like
we need
this.
to know.
Hey, Gruff.
I don't think that's how that works.
This is a fantasy world, sir. You're gonna have to just have to roll with it.
Hey, Gruff.
Crazy
my
things happen. Vita understands. Vita sometimes polymorph without their control, so
I didn't mean to scare you. It's okay.
That sounds pretty rough.
it's fine. It wears
Hey,
off.
Gruff. You
Yeah.
you wouldn't happen to have any puffs here, would you?
I'm sorry. What?
Oh my god.
It's
The entire party groans.
I figured Brian would be the only one that even knows what
always
that
the same.
is, because he's the only one who's probably been there.
Oh my god.
No, it's
Been
just
where?
it's a fluffy dough that's fried in animal fat. You wouldn't happen to have any, would you?
No, I've never heard of that.
No, you should make some. I think it'll really improve your business here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lean over and be like, he actually kind of started this revolution, where we just left of like really good food in a bar. So like, you probably, he's kind of got a thing
trying to
for
avoid
this.
revolutions right now in the Empire. There's a lot of stuff going on.
No, like food revolution. Like people are buying this bar keeps gnocchi off the shelves. Plates.
What are they knocking off the shelves?
It's a pasta we made in the other city. Basically, just listen. Fry the dough in animal fat. Apparently.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I guess.
I swear to God.
Oh god.
I learned this recipe from a friend of mine who he always wears these glasses that keep the sun out of his eyes, and he has these weird tips that are a different color than the rest of his hair.
Wait, does Red have recipe that Red can give to
Yeah.
our friend Gruff?
I don't eat it
Oh,
myself.
excellent.
I make a different kind that uses a vegetable oil because I don't eat animal fat. But
Okay.
I hand over the recipe.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll give this a shot.
Chat's very happy. The chat
Is
knows
there-
what the fuck a puff is, and the chat's like, yes.
Well, I do too. But you're explaining it to someone who's never
Yeah,
heard of it in his life.
That's why I gave him the recipe.
And
Yeah,
Rhythm is
exactly.
absolutely horrible at assisting.
Okay.
Vita looks around for a community board to see if there's anything posted.
There is.
Cool. Lay it on me.
You find one note that says
One note, please sponsor.
Mimic Hunt. Mimics are running rampant through the town. Find and kill as many mimics as possible.
Greg, no.
1 to 6 mimics get you 100 gold pieces. 7 to 11 get you 300. And if you can kill all 12, you get 500 gold pieces.
What if we just make them leave?
How do they know there's only 12?
I guess we'll
Doesn't
have to
say on the note.
ask.
It's the note of mimic.
Pop out.
It's the note of mimic.
Is the note a mimic? Don't get too close.
Do you want to grab?
Rolls
for it?
one on perception. The note's a mimic. Smashes the note with a warhammer.
Is the entire board a mimic?
Oh shit!
Do you want to touch it?
Man,
Touch it! Touch it! Touch it!
Vita
I'm
pulls
not
out-
there. I'm
I'll touch
I'm
it,
drinking my
Bob.
drink at the bar.
I'll touch it. I'll
Yeah.
touch it. Can I roll to touch it?
You don't have to roll. You just do it.
Okay, touch.
You put your finger. Are you trying to touch the board or the note?
Trying to touch you. Oh,
Okay.
it touches the board.
Okay. You put your hand up
This
on the
was
board.
just an excuse for PDA. Gross.
You put your hand up on the board, and nothing happens.
Shit. I'm
Oh
disappointed.
damn! He said nothing happens.
Is that the only thing?
On the board?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, okay. So Vita gingerly pulls the paper, still not quite sure if it is a mimic or not, from the community board and brings it back down to the table. Vita found work!
What is it?
Presents it to table.
You
It's
guys talk
mimic
that
hunt.
through.
Are you gonna go to the
Yes, I am. I've been
Wait,
drinking
did
water.
Vita say
Oh,
mimic?
yeah. Okay.
Vita lays down the paper and says, "This is lots of money. Vita thinks that between the all of us, we could potentially kill all of these mimics. However, Vita is concerned about the number of mimics and whether or not that is accurate."
But Greg,
I know.
Greg
I know,
was an
Vita-
exception.
what if we tell
Greg
them
was
that we know Greg, and they
Ooh.
leave
Ooh,
of
then
their own volition?
Are you under the impression that all mimics know each other,
I
Barley?
mean, not necessarily, but
wait.
what if they do?
Greg say he was
I just
from?
don't think most mimics are the conversational types. Is all I'm thinking.
Yeah, Greg even called out that like he was an exception to the whole like mimics wanting to be in dungeons, and although I mean if the mimics are out in town, maybe they don't want to be in dungeons killing people.
Fair.
I don't know.
Let us at least investigate what the mimics are up to, because, you know, if these are more Greg mimics, Vita would like to leave them alone.
Okay, I like it.
I don't like mimics.
Missed all of that.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's right.
Really?
Ah! Goodbye. I love you. I'm sad. I love you.
She'll come back and lay on you all the time now that you've done that.
Shit.
It's a curse.
Oh no.
Once she claims you, it is over.
Oh damn. I've been chosen.
There is no escape. Where do we even start looking for them?
Does it say on the paper?
He's kind of looking around the bar.
What?
I'm gonna go up to the bar
Everything's a mimic.
and ask what the deal is with the mimics.
Theseus rolls perception at the bar.
This is the everything is cake meme, except it's mimic.
It's a mimic. Yeah.
Everything's a
I
mimic.
did not.
Okay.
21 on perception, just looking around for mimics in the bar.
Okay.
He lifts a glass.
Okay.
Shit. Smash.
Do I see one? Do I see a mimic?
You don't.
Alright, I don't think there's any mimics here.
Gruff looks at the note and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's Jarls. He keeps putting those notes up."
Charles.
Yeah, Jarls. Jarles. Jarls.
While he's saying that, Theseus kind of like props himself up on the bar and like looks behind the bar. Nope, not here either.
Are the mimics a problem?
Well, they're in his house.
Oh.
We've never seen them, so not for us. It hasn't been.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
So they're only in his house.
So he's willing to pay a lot
Better
of
not
money to
have
get rid of these mimics. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean he's been talking about it for years.
Now Vita is
Is this
in
another Doom Shroom situation?
potentially.
I'm hoping not.
Vita will go in prepared next time. Vita does not.
Barley won't.
Barley will go in drunk.
Yep. I didn't even drink this time and nobody noticed because I was already drunk from the boat.
You had points and then.
still drunk.
Hey.
Hey.
Are you guys like trying to go help him out, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we go and try and find him. Where's his house?
Oh yeah, no, he's He points you like maybe 3 blocks away. It's pretty obvious to find.
We go.
Based off of his description.
Okay.
We're gonna go find that driftwood shack and like hit this homie up.
Okay. You knock on the door. It opens and he goes, "What do you want?"
We are here.
Do you have a
Let the
mimic
mimics.
problem?
Oh, y'all mimic hunters.
Today we are.
All right, cool. Yeah, come on in. He opens the door completely and lets you guys in, and there are 12 chests in the middle of the shack that he's in, and nothing else.
The hell?
What in the hell?
Vita wants to do a perception check on this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing a perception check on the chests.
Okay.
Boo hiss. Okay, so okay. That is 14.
Allie and I had the same thought.
The guy seems just like a crotchety old man.
Okay. Is he like squirrely in the sort of way that decries malintent, or just general squirrely?
What was your roll?
That was a 14.
How many squirrels?
How many
I
squirrels?
mean, who can tell?
Great.
All the squirrels.
All these humans look alike.
Oh!
This is...
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
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 Oh, no.
I mean, but
You're not wrong, but also, ouch!
I also want to do a perception check on these chests.
Okay, what was Theseus's roll?
18.
I rolled
They look
3.
fine.
So
I
let's
tell
make...
you, man, they look good. They look like chests.
Yeah, man, that's what they do, though. Y'all ever seen a mimic before?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So they'll look real chest-like.
Yeah, they can look like many things, and they also talk.
They don't do much talking.
Yeah, that was like a one-time thing.
Did it attack you? Did either any of them attack
I'm not
you?
getting close enough to them to get attacked.
Why don't you
Okay.
have any furniture?
Because the fucking mimics will breed and take over the other furniture.
Oh, we wouldn't want magical creatures fucking the furniture. Theseus
Yeah,
walks up to
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rhythm's
to
just
the
gonna
nearest
walk
customer.
up and touch one of the chests.
Yeah,
Hey.
he pokes one with his warhammer.
Y'all better be more careful than that.
I
Nothing
sit on a chest. I sit on a chest.
Y'all are...
It is okay. We are trained professionals, says the teenager.
Yep.
Barley opens
Yeah,
one of his chests.
Yeah, Theseus is just kind of walking up and down the line, just like poking these chests with his warhammer.
Barley looks inside the chest like whole ass head.
Okay.
Oh no.
Barley crawls inside the chest
Barley gets inside the chest and then
and
puts the door
closes
down.
it.
God damn it.
Listen, here's
There's
the
that
thing.
death wish.
I'm gonna step out of here. Y'all do your thing. If you do it, I can pay you. It's not an issue. I just want my house cleared of these fucking mimics so I can get some furniture in here and start living again.
We
Well, but how long were
Will-
the mimics here?
Listen, that's the thing, is someone left them here when I bought the place. I haven't
Did
been
they
able to do
attack
shit
you?
with this house. Huh?
Did they attack you?
Well, no, I'm not getting close enough to them to get attacked.
I just like put my hand on Theseus' shoulder and look at this guy. It's like it will take care of your mimic problem. Just give us a couple hours.
All right, good. I'm gonna go get a drink. Y'all just tell me if you need anything.
Wait,
Yeah,
can
we'll
you pay us ahead of time?
No, I can't. What you?
Damn
can,
it.
we'll
you
we'll
can
find
damage
you
the
at the
mimic,
Green
you can
Rat.
my
It's
gold
fine.
bullet.
I'm
He
already
walks out,
in there.
right?
See, that's how they get you, though. All right, listen, I'm out of here.
Yeah, Theseus holds up a hand and counts down from 5. So we're gonna smash all the chests, right?
It sounds
basically.
like.
Yeah.
Can I keep this one?
I mean, we can take a chest for ourselves, I guess.
As long as you feed it.
Is there anything
Okay.
in these chests?
That's what I was planning on.
Roll.
Let's
with-
Yeah, definitely gonna like open.
Yeah, let's
one of the-
investigate all of the chests.
I got
What am I rolling?
18.
What am I rolling?
Investigation.
That was a 1. I don't see shit.
I got a
Okay.
14.
That is 16 for 17.
I don't think I have anything else.
7.
Oh, 20.
Ooh.
So, Barley, being literally inside one of the chests, can confirm there's nothing in them. It's just 12 empty chests.
Vita
Yeah.
is confused. Why does he think they are mimics?
Paranoia.
Sometimes you get old and you get dementia.
You start to get scared of like normal things.
Okay, so Vita does not feel good taking this man's money if he is sick and he is paying money for something that is not actually happening.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
I mean,
take yours.
technically speaking, we are doing what he has asked us to do.
Okay.
We are getting rid of the chests.
Yeah, and
I
these
don't
chests
feel good
were
about
one.
the.
here when he
Sleeping.
moved in, so they're not his per se.
Exactly. He put I mean,
I still feel kind of weird about it too.
Yeah.
what if we use it
Feel
for
great.
good? Because we're gonna have to pay for more things as
While
we defeat these, like,
while
fake
these guys are
people.
discussing,
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to pay Pansink
While
every
these-
time.
while
right?
these
Oh,
guys-
that's right.
Oh god,
Alright.
can we hire another boat next time,
No.
please?
Oh, we'll
Yes.
see if there's another boat.
All
Why?
right. Vita wants
There's
to-
always
while
another
these guys
boat.
are just
What does
while these
Red
guys
want?
are discussing the ethics of smashing a box, I smash a box.
Yeah.
Roll an attack roll.
Can you
Oh.
not smash the one I'm in unless you want to?
No.
I wanna
That's a
smash
20
box
that's a
too.
20.
How
23.
big is this? How big is this
That-
room?
Huh?
The room, about 15 by 20.
Shit.
I mean, it's just a shack. It's a small living quarters kind of thing.
So did Red correctly.
Ah,
Yeah, he did hit it. Roll your damage roll.
Can I hit the other?
Yes,
Another
yes,
one?
You can. Yep.
Sweet.
11 points damage.
It goes into splinters.
Smithereens.
That's a 10 to hit my chest.
That hits.
I have an unnatural 20 to hit the next one.
That hits.
Vita casts shocking grasp on the box and touches it.
Okay. Roll damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna do
5
shocking
on
grasp too.
5 on my hit.
I got an 11
Okay.
points on mine.
Theseus smashes his. Rhythm, yours is pretty busted up, but it's still in one piece.
I'm gonna
Nice.
hit
Oh,
it again.
bonus action. I'm gonna smash it.
No, I was hitting it again, Theseus.
Vita got a 9
That's a 19.
for
Mine
damage.
was a 17.
I don't know.
Okay.
And I do 9 points of damage on Rhythm's box.
Okay.
I did 10.
So you guys are working your way through these boxes. Eventually, you're gonna get one with barley in it.
While these
Oh,
guys
wait.
are smashing boxes, I've smashed my box. I walk back over to Herschel and I just look at him. I'm like, somebody had to get their asses moving.
You can smash mine, but like with me in it though.
No.
Barley.
Come on.
I'm gonna
He
open
kicks
the one
open
with
the
barley
thing
in
and
it, and
calls
I'm gonna like glower down at him.
Yo, Vita just fully
Can I-
pulls Barley's head as they're in a
No.
little hole and
My
pulls the
legs are
back box.
kicking. My legs are kicking.
That's when Theseus golf swings the chest.
My chest.
Uh,
No, my
19.
beautiful chest.
Yeah, it hits.
Oh, my beautiful chest. Why?
Wait, we did tell Barley he could keep a chest for himself.
Oh,
Okay.
not
I-
that one. 7 points.
So, I mean, Barley's still a halfling. This chest is like, it's big. It's big enough for a halfling to be in. So keeping a chest might be problematic.
We would have had to carry me, and I would have been fine with that.
Okay, yeah, no,
Let's
let's.
carrying you.
Barley,
So your
I'll
logic
buy
is
you a
we
chest.
would have to carry you anyway. Might as well do it in the chest.
Like, you can just like ride on my back when I turn into a bear and shit. Like, you're fine.
Or my shoulders. It's basically riding a bull.
There's always Herschel.
I love all of you. I am so small. Oh my god.
I turn to the next one and smash.
16 to hit another chest.
23 to hit the next one.
I did 7 damage to something.
Okay, so the rolls were superficial at this point. Like, you guys eventually do it.
No, I need to know, okay?
Okay, all right.
Brian.
It's basically because you guys haven't rolled your dice enough tonight, and I wanted you to have some fun just rolling your dice. That's all.
It's like nat 1. Now the fun begins.
Right, admitted
The
it.
chest gets back.
Do we win against the chests?
Yes.
How much experience do we get?
There is, as you guys smash the chests, there is a small voice that comes from like a crook in the ceiling. It's like, hey guys, thanks. Don't tell him I'm here though.
What in the goddamn?
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, looking up. What do I see? What do we see?
Roll investigation.
Okay.
That's a 2.
Nope.
I got a 1.
Wait. You said investigation.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
19.
13.
Okay.
13.
So eventually, you guys find Rhythm and Red find a very small trapdoor in the ceiling in the corner of the shack. You pull it open, and a little baby chest looks out. It's a mimic. It's like enough for a jewelry box kind of thing. And he's like, I think I may have been the reason that he thought there were mimics here, but I'm just trying to get on my feet. Well, my base. It's been a rough year. Just just don't tell him about me, please.
Do you want to just come with us?
Yeah, you can come with us.
Yeah, you could do a lot better than this place.
Yeah. He'll probably just hire other people to like actually search for mimics instead of just like breaking chests that are randomly in the room.
Do you want to get bigger? I can make you bigger. You can eat me.
No,
and get
no, Barley.
Please.
But like, hey, what's your name, dude? Do you have a name? Have you picked a name?
I haven't picked one yet. No one told me to do
Stream
that.
So we met a mimic named Greg. That's a good name. But like you can pick whatever you want.
Do you want me to be Greg?
No, I'm just like giving you an idea, but like
Tim, be Tim.
Well,
can be Tim.
Tiny box.
Am I Tim?
Tiny Tim box.
Tiny Tim box.
What do you
No,
does Tim resonate with you? Do you want your name to be Tim?
Him Tiny Box Tim. Markiplier, please don't sponsor us.
What do you think about the name Matchbox 20?
I love it. That's the one. Matchbox 20.
All right, Matchbox 20, you coming with us?
Wait, no. Does that name resonate with? Do you want that to be your name?
Well, I'm not. I don't. Here's the thing. I've never needed a name because if someone's calling me a name, it means they found me, and I'm trying not to do that.
Well, like, we actually kind of know a place where a mimic like kind of had a decent life at this bar.
Living out in the open.
Yeah, like people aren't hunting him. Like you can just be.
Oh,
That's an option if you want. Like, if you want to kill people, that's also a thing, but, like, we can take you maybe to the forest where you can, like, find a cave somewhere and do that. Like, you're gonna get found in town.
No, the bar place sounds pretty good.
Okay.
You want to come with us until
It might
we
be
get
a
there?
little bit till we get there, but, like, you can hang out with us for a while.
What are you guys gonna do?
Fight people.
Kill stuff.
No.
No, like, you can just hang out with us. You don't have to do anything. Like, just
But-
hang out until we
Yeah.
get to the bar.
Fight people.
No, but you'll be safe. We've survived this long.
We can put you in a pouch and then like carry you. You can hang out with my pet mouse.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
a ship you can
Don't-
stay
I
on.
would
Barley-
do that.
Yeah, you can hang out on this really
Barley
cool
is a
ship.
You
kangaroo.
might get scared.
Yeah, I'm a kangaroo. I already have one traveler. Why not two?
Like,
In
we can
my pouch.
take you to this bar where you can, like, hang out with Greg.
Okay.
Do you want to do
Yeah.
that?
Anybody?
Yeah, I want to do that. I don't want to go where people are fighting.
Okay.
Okay.
We can keep you safe. We won't take you into the fights.
You can
Okay.
hang out with Jasper.
And
Have we just adopted a mimic?
do we have to? Do we have to?
Theseus is gonna like lift
Do we
his
need to
palm up towards
roll
this,
persuasion?
towards Matchbox 20 to see if he'll just like crawl into his hand.
I love that that's his name.
He hasn't chosen it to be his name. He, she, it is allowed to choose their own name.
They, yeah.
They.
Hey.
Hey, how come,
Hey.
how did you find yourself in this house?
Oh, because of all the mimics that used to be here.
Oh God, how many mimics were here?
12.
Vita's
Theseus kinda-
confused.
Theseus does the full-blown Ed, Ed, and Eddie just like quack noise as he like turns and looks at all the splintered fucking boxes.
Wait, those were mimics?
Were
Oh
those
no,
mimics?
not those guys.
Okay, where did the 12 mimics go?
Oh, they left because that guy was a real dick about mimics.
Oh,
Can't blame him on that.
no.
We were they kept saying that using this word, they called it squatting.
Oh, right.
Okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, fair.
All right, let's take this guy's fucking money.
Okay,
He did solve his mimic problem.
we did.
Now, like, technically, officially, we have solved his mimic problem. We are not lying when we say we solved his mimic problem.
This is true. We got them out of the house. But we are not killing them because we like our little friend.
Yeah.
You're gonna be okay,
I've
man.
got a slight phobia of monstrosities, but you seem all right.
See, that's when he eats barley.
Oh,
Oh man.
Okay. Where am I getting put in the pocket pouch? What are we doing?
Come here.
Yeah, Theseus like reaches up his hand to see if the mimic will just like jump in his palm.
Roll an animal handling check.
Can I
want to
assist?
perch him on my shoulder like a parrot.
I have a 14.
Tiny mimic parrot.
Yeah. So eventually he, like, sort of scoots his way onto Theseus's hand.
anything happens to Tiny Mimic, Vito will burn entire world.
Matchbox 20
I will
be
kill
okay.
everyone and then myself.
Barley, that doesn't mean nothing has changed.
Listen.
So what are we thinking? Interdimensional pocket or Barley's haversack?
I mean, technically speaking, I don't think we should put living things in the bag because, like, technical pocket dimension doesn't really have oxygen,
Yeah, it
to
doesn't
my
have berries.
knowledge. I would say just like a regular pouch is probably the best idea.
Wait, can you transform into something other than the box you're in?
No.
No, he's.
Oh,
Greg told us this. Like he's just what
well,
he is.
I was gonna turn him into, or have him turn into a pocket on one of our.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be pretty
Yeah,
great.
Theseus is going to put him in the top of his backpack,
Okay.
and then close the pouch.
Okay.
Let us know if you get hungry. We got good berries.
Okay.
Do you eat berries?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out. It's cool. Also, think on what you want your name to be, dude. Like,
because we're calling you Matchbox.
I thought it was Matchbox 20.
I mean, if you want it to be, it can be your name now.
I don't really care.
Okay.
Okay, Matchbox 20.
This is the way.
This is the way.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Also, just carrying around a little mimic.
Look at that.
Aww.
If we can get him to not be so shy, I want him to ride on my shoulder.
Yes.
I mean, probably not when we go and get money for killing mimics, because like then the guy might realize we didn't kill mimics.
Yeah, not here. Not here.
Not here, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. Matchbox 20.
Okay, so Matchbox 20 is in Theseus's backpack. Are we heading back to the Greed Rat?
Yeah, we gotta go tell that guy we killed all the mimics.
Yep.
Greed or green?
Green.
Is it the greed or the green rat?
The green. Green.
Okay.
Like the color.
I was a little confused there.
A green rat. Well said, Karen.
Exactly,
That was
Karen.
perfect timing.
You okay, boo?
Timing.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
He just surprised me
Say
that
something.
time.
Late. You're late, and there are no donuts again, Taryn. What the hell?
He showed up before the stream, and then 2.5 hours later decides to show up again. Like, the fuck, man? Living rent-free in my throat.
Like,
More squatters to deal with.
Oh god, I have a mimic in my throat.
Matchbox 20.
Oh no.
No! Terrence is a mimic!
oh my god.
Oh shit.
Horrifying.
Explains
Ah!
so much.
That would fuck me up
It's
real
true, it's
bad.
not surprising. This would be.
So you guys go back to the Green Rat.
Yep.
Okay, you find Jarls there. It's like y'all
Clean up before we left.
y'all take care of that.
It's done.
Yeah. They're you got a little bit of cleanup, but like they're gone.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Long as they're dead.
Yep. There is nothing left in your house.
Good. Except for the bodies.
Well, yeah, like obviously, like
Yeah.
you get to do the cleanup, but like they're not live anymore.
Yeah, here. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go see what the damage is. Here's your money. He tosses you a pouch full of 500 gold.
I don't
Gaius.
feel bad about this at all.
Dad, give us
Baby out of it.
500 gold.
I'm gonna add it to our equipment.
Okay. While that is going on, Vita wants to do a quick lap of the area and just do another like environment check. Is that a survival deal? Or
What are you trying to look at exactly?
basically get a lay of the land and see kind of the same thing from last time to see from where there could possibly be an attack. Like, what are the vulnerable areas? Like, what is the generalized lay of the land, I guess?
Okay. Do another threefer.
Okay. Is this a D100 or?
No, I'm sorry, 3d20s just for perception.
Oh, okay. Oh, that one's cocked. No, it's not. Okay. So I got that is for survival or perception. I forgot what we were saying.
Perception.
Okay, perception. Cool. That is a 8, a 23, and a 24.
Okay. So, can you... Let me see. What's Robbie showing us on the stream real quick?
The island of Estes and
map.
Maldives.
Okay, so it's not super zoomed in.
Yeah,
Bear with me.
I can't really.
That's okay. There's only so much you can do.
Okay, real quick. Is that... No, it isn't.
Sorry, my computer's very angry about the fact that we're doing things.
Not as angry as mine.
Everything's angry. Everything's.
Where is S?
Angry.
Okay, in the Skype chat, I'm sending you the same thing that Robbie is showing the Twitch stream.
Ooh.
All right, give it to me.
You will see if you zoom in on Stormfell, which is on the northeastern side of this. It's pretty much out there. It's surrounded by ocean on most sides. You look, just looking around, there are a lot of rocks, but if someone wanted to get small boats in, it's probably doable. Especially boats that are following the coast, that are small enough to follow the coast easily, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably pretty doable.
Doable.
When you say doable, as in like there's pretty easy access by ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so where would be the most so they would just come via the dock, I guess.
Well, Halse is north of you.
Oh.
Okay. Well, let me rephrase that. Halse is technically northwest of you.
Okay.
It's really west-northwest.
Okay.
But
understood.
The if you go to the side of the map where the red is Halse.
Oh, okay. So oh gosh, that's quite close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, it's about a 5-day ship travel from where you are.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. So it's actually pretty far.
Yeah. So remember, this is a world map that you're looking at. The scale is still pretty big.
Pretty massive, yeah.
Okay. So basically, they would probably be coming along the coastline if they
Very
wanted to.
likely.
So if they wanted to maintain the illusion that they are from Halls, they would be coming along the coastline. Okay.
That wasn't who the fuck did
you
that.
You guys are in the Green Rat Inn?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Robbie.
Whack.
Meep. All right.
Real quick. Pat.
I love you, twin.
I love you too.
Bird sounds.
I can only make pigeon sounds, but it's okay.
Yay.
Okay, so you guys are in the inn. There are more people there because it's closer to dinner.
And pigeons.
And apparently a lot of pigeons on the roof.
Yep. Ooh, Vita will get snack. No worries about dinner.
Patrick,
You
or Theseus.
you guys go ahead. I'm gonna watch.
Theseus, while you are sitting in the Green Rat Inn, you hear people speaking Minotaur. But there are no Minotaurs in the Green Rat Inn. And I am sending you a message of what you overhear.
Shnikes.
Does he do the whole like ear prick thing? Because even cows do that.
Yep. So you see a human male and a halfling male having this conversation.
Minotaur?
I'm gonna.
I kind of squint eyes it.
While this is going on, unless Theseus, decides to tell, I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna ask Gruff if he's made some puffs yet.
No, I've been worried about the rush. I'll probably go and see if I can find some animal fats tomorrow, or just get I need to go get some things to make this recipe work.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, Theseus is just gonna take a seat at the bar and like kind of look over at the two guys conversing, and then like focus on what's in front of him.
Okay. Yeah, no, but are you guys are gonna be here for a little while? Well, I'll let you see how it turns out.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to help you out.
Yeah, no, we'll see.
Are there any vacancies open in the inn?
Oh yeah.
Or like, can we sleep on? Do you have a rooftop, like a flat roof, or is it a gable roof?
No, it's angled.
Oh, that stinks. Okay, never mind.
You don't want to be a cat on a gabled roof. hot gabled roof.
You want to sleep
Barley?
outside?
I mean, yes, Gaius, always. Barley, you were part of that party that saw me fighting with myself in my dream. Do you want that to happen on a rooftop that's angled, where I'll just fall?
That's fair. We could just like tie you to it.
Nita does not like that plan.
I'll just like.
There are flaws with this plan.
There's a forest not far. I'll just sleep out there. It's fine.
But what if something happens to you? What if you have another dream, Rhythm?
I'm going with her.
Okay. See, Dad's gonna come with.
Oh God, so confused. Her.
I guess I will too.
Vita eats them. Okay, Vita wants to sleep in bed.
Yeah, no, like you guys can hang out here. It's fine.
But
no, like I mean, if you want to come and sleep in the forest with me, like do. But I'm just saying, if you want to sleep in a bed, like I understand.
The party.
Do it.
You sure
it's worked out so well for us in the past.
I don't know.
Well, but to be
No,
fair, Vita has slept in bed the past few nights. Vita does not like the idea of splitting parties, so Vita can go into woods.
Oh, I was gonna offer rock paper scissors too. Like,
there's not a whole lot of woods surrounding this town. It's coastal. I mean, like there's the odd like crooked ass tree. It's windy, but
trees.
You know.
Can we put like a hammock in these
trees?
You need 2 trees.
You need 2
I
trees
said
for
there's the odd crooked ass tree.
Or 2 very, very sturdy, far
it's a
apart
flag.
branches.
You're a flag.
True. Yeah.
What if we get 2 big twigs and we stick them in the ground?
You
We're
guys
talking big.
You all slept
Half
on a
logic.
roof for like
It would
4
work for
nights
me.
for me. I can sleep in the inn for like a night or 2. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Just echoes of okay.
Das war's the joke.
Can I roll a perception to see if I can tell that Theseus is like on edge or like listening to this conversation or some shit?
Yes, but Patrick gets to set the DC for this.
Roll.
Should I roll stealth for it? Or
It's up to you how you want to do it. How well are you hiding your emotions right now?
I mean, Theseus isn't talking much. He's just kind of like looking around and seems a little antsy.
Okay.
I rolled a 24.
Damn,
You would
bro.
definitely be able to see that like something's up.
I'm gonna like sit down next to Theseus. I'm gonna sit down next to Theseus at the bar and just like kind of like in that way that you do, like looking forward but talking to the person next to you, be like, so what's going on, dude?
He just kind of looks over at you, and he's got the look on his face of like when he's in a fight. I'll tell you about it later.
Lisa has message.
Okay. Like, do you want to go check out what the rooms are like?
Not yet.
Okay. Fine.
So
I guess I'll hear about it later. Don't start a fight without me.
I won't.
It is time. Can I stay with Theseus so that if there's a fight, I can be in it?
Jumps with 2 daggers through the air. I want to
Yes!
die!
Kill me!
Accidentally kills everyone except himself.
Eventually, the male and halfling that were speaking Minotaur get up and leave the bar.
Can we trail him?
Yeah, Theseus looks over at Barley. Hey. Can
Yes.
you follow those guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you'd never ask.
I'm gonna follow you at a distance because I'm bad at sneaking, but
Wait,
you do.
That's fair.
Guys, I'm coming too. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Wait, are you there or are you upstairs?
I'm right next to you. I never said I left.
I thought you said you were going to check the rooms. Okay.
No. I said, do you want to? I'm right here. Don't go on a stealth mission without the person who has fucking Pass Without a Trace.
So the halfling goes around the back of the building and just opens up a room door and goes inside and shuts it.
Shit.
The human goes quarter of a mile into like a more residential area, goes into a house and closes the door.
Shit.
They're planning on blowing up some nobleman's ship when he gets to town.
Oh, fuck.
Probably with the nobleman inside.
Oh.
Ooh.
Huh. Did they say a name?
Can we help? I mean,
I didn't hear a name. Let me see. Would I know who was taking the job? It would be the halfling, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. That halfling is supposed to be the one that plants pyre jelly in the gunpowder room, though.
Okay. Did they say when?
When the nobleman gets into town.
Oh, but
I have
no
an idea.
guess as to when the nobleman's coming. Yes, Barley?
I didn't pick that up.
I have an idea.
What's the idea?
What if I dressed up to look like the halfling and you taught me some phrases in Minotaur so I could talk to him?
I think he'd be able to pick you out, though.
Yeah,
But
Barley.
I'm good disguises. I think I am.
We can test this in the rooms. But I know you have a death wish, but I don't actually want you dead.
Ah.
We could just beat the answers out of the halfling.
That's a great idea. I love it.
Terrorists.
I mean,
If we can't kill me, we can kill someone who looks like me.
It'll be close.
So Pass Without a Trace lasts for an hour. It probably took us a while to follow this guy. Do I have to cast it a second time so that we're also traceless on the way back?
DM.
No, I mean they're in their house.
Okay.
They're not. No one's paying attention. You know.
Okay. Let's update the rest of the guys. Like, we solved that mimic problem really fast because it wasn't really a mimic problem.
Yeah.
Let's
He's
go
adorable. Or they're adorable.
Chat with the guys and see what they want to do.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okie dokie.
So we head back to the green rat.
The rat that is green.
Okay.
And I'm asking the bartender, how do you think mimics, like, make more mimics?
Oh my god.
Do you think it's asexual
Oh, geez.
reproduction
Okay.
or?
So listen, when a mommy
Love darts?
mimic and a daddy mimic love each other very much,
Or very, very drunk.
yeah.
Or just are bored.
I look at Vita and I'm just like,
Should we test this? But Matchbox 20 isn't of age. Is they? Are they?
No.
Is they?
We don't know.
Can we ask Matchbox 20? Can I roll to ask Matchbox 20 how old they are?
Why do you have to roll? You can just ask.
Oh no. What if they
roll,
lie?
roll a d20 to see if you ask.
I got a 5.
You fucking don't.
Then you fucking don't.
Sad.
I mean, you're right. I got a 5.
Yeah, I know.
God damn it.
Bottom of the ninth, everyone, and it is chaos. Who'd have thought?
So
Is it like slugs where it's like a love dart situation or?
Oh god.
Oh my god.
So they take they've got pseudopods and they're gonna link up pseudopods and they excrete
Oh god.
Excretions.
Mimic
Sap?
juice. Yeah.
Okay.
Then eventually, eventually another mimic comes out.
If
So
this
why-
is what Monday is like, I am not looking forward to Friday.
Oh yeah.
Mimic juice. That's the topic of my next inclement weather. Mimic juice.
Theseus, Rhythm, and Barley are back at this point. They walk in on Gruff explaining baby mimics to the guys. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Where did you go?
We'll tell you about it later.
I thought they laid eggs. I'm confused.
Yeah, we should probably powwow outside real quick, actually.
Did we buy rooms yet? Pay
No.
for rooms?
No.
Should we pay for rooms? Just go
Yeah.
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 to the rooms.
Maybe let's talk first. In case we want to stay outside of town.
Child.
That kid's
Rob,
there.
what the fuck?
Just a child.
Why
I was
does
very confused for a moment.
A
Like, where's
child.
that fucking coming from?
A child.
Child.
I
The
see the
child.
I want an explanation as to why that child is able to still use oxygen.
Oh god.
I want his head on my desk in the morning.
Reminds me of that
I want Spider-Man.
reminds me
There
of
it
that
is.
Vine. There's only one thing worse than a rapist. A child.
A child.
How many rooms do you guys need?
Like 3.
Let's we'll get back to you on that. We should talk outside real quick.
Okay.
We all go out.
What you want?
So Theseus kind of keeps his voice low. The human and the halfling were talking about blowing up a nobleman's ship that was coming into harbor, or is coming into harbor.
Well, we don't
Is that
want
any
that.
of our business?
Nope. I mean, I intend to stop it. The halfling is staying nearby. The human that hired him is staying in a residential area. So I was thinking we'd just beat the answers out of the halfling and see what happens.
I mean,
Right now?
I mean, like, what?
And maybe stay outside of town after this blows over.
How do we know that the nobleman doesn't deserve it?
We kind of need to know the whys.
Yeah.
And hows.
Cause like,
what if this person,
what if he's an asshole? What if he's like a
he's an
slaver or like trafficking shit? Like rich people have that money that they can just hide shit.
They do. They do, but
Hey Rob, it's a little overcast.
Oh shit. You guys notice this little overcast?
Yeah, why?
Have you not realized he's got a thing for the weather?
Hey man.
Oh right, Dadly.
His bones be aching.
Yeah,
it's that phantom limb ache.
Yeah, it aches my phantom limb whenever it's like rainy out.
I feel that. It always aches when it's raining.
But also I
Don't
just like
have
the
a
weather,
cold.
man.
Hey, so
I'm sorry.
related question. What time is it?
It's 10:01.
In game 2?
Yes. A wild synchronization.
Oh shit! I feel like there's some kind of synchronization in the air. I don't know why.
It's a great synchronization in the universe.
Thanks, Robbie.
That was amazing, Robbie.
So we will end the session here.
Yay.
You guys will pick up next week deciding on what to do with the halfling.
Oh shit! Finally, I'm just kidding.
No, not you, Barley.
Damn it!
I mean,
Barley,
can we
say
say
the halfling, throw him in a potato sack and drop him into the ocean? Oh boy, but it's not you.
Can we say that I convinced them to deal with this in the morning so that we start the game in the morning the next day?
Or we pick up immediately where we leave off, so like we don't run the
We pick up in media res.
terrorist attack.
Yeah, you guys haven't resolved the discussion, so I'm gonna say no. You're still standing in the street when you wake up, or when you come back.
When we wake up, we're still standing in the street when we wake up.
Robbie's right. We could just like Guy Ritchie this shit and start immediate res. Like
We're gonna use literary devices.
that would have involved a lot of like deciding shit before we
He's
wrap.
still
But anyway,
breathing, Brian.
That fucking kid.
oh, I got it.
Oh fuck!
Could you just listen? My birthday is Friday. Could you just murder the child for my birthday?
No. No, Brian.
Could you just
No.
could you just this one time murder a child?
Brian,
Just
no.
this one time,
No,
Rob.
Brian.
Rob, just
Brian.
one time.
Just
Brian!
one child.
Could you just do this? Could you just kill this one kid?
Brian! No!
I can't tell you whether
Everyone,
Theseus, whether Terrence was in favor or not.
everyone, roll for outro.
Yeah,
I got a 3.
I got a 12.
I got a 17.
I got a 15.
I got a rock.
Is that like a 1 or?
Rob has to do it. I don't know.
Please do it, Rob. I don't want to do it.
Oh, I'm exempt.
Oh shit, you're
Oh yeah,
right.
it's on you.
Alright, you know what that means, you jerks.
Wait, did you roll lower than me?
Yeah, she rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Take it away.
So, if if you don't know what time it is, it's time to leave. Find in next week when shit happens. Unsubscribe below. Oh god, I don't even know how to do this. A bunch of social shit that you can follow. You can follow us on fucking here and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Buy Me a Coffee and apparently Redbubble now.
Buy our shirts.
Buy our merch. You can love us forever and give us money so that we can survive and continue to give you this, whatever the hell this is. You all have a lovely evening. Tune in next week if you feel like it, or whatever. Don't. I don't give a shit. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, nerds.
Later, day nerds.